and his team can rely on him for any kind of big action that leads them to a win.
And his running mate in the wide receiving core, it's pictured here, Kason Campbell, broke records last year as one of the most prolific receivers of the ball. He's going to be rounding out the receiving core with another speed demon in Jason Cizon. He's almost too quick to talk about in the highlight, but none more important for this BIC offense than their quarterback, reigning MVP Sterry Codrington, who you've seen him throw it on all those plays, but also has the legs to be dangerous. And when you were watching film of this BIC offense, there's GT, get out of his way. When you were watching this BIC offense and some of the games that you were watching to prep, what was the thing that stood out to you watching them play this version of football?
Yeah, BIC just has a lot of weapons, and they seem to have a lot of chemistry. It's something that Ashante also told me about, that, you know, they play together, and that's what's going to win these kind of football games. When you're out there, no pads, no protection, it's just you and your guys, you need to rely on each other to protect each other and to make those big plays that get you points on the board.
Well, on the other side of that offense is going to be a revamped Animals defense led by a lot of guys, but one of them, one of the leaders of this team, Jeff LaPera. That's not legal. He's not going to be here today. He'll be replaced by a lot of guys that are going to have to step up, Brana. One of them, that's the mean machine, Nick Mays, who from Baltimore is going to come up, and he's going to bring a running mate in the Wolverine to fill in that linebacker spot. And as you'll see here, they're also in the defensive secondary led by Rob Long. He has 2 interceptions that you'll see here on this highlight from a couple weeks ago. He led the league in interceptions last year, and if the Animals really want to be in this game, Brana, they're going to have to make enough defensive plays to give guys like their offensive stars, pictured here David Tender, the ability to make those plays and get those points on the board, because BIC can score, Animals can score. It's really going to be up to the defenses, but you also got a chance to talk to some of the Animals guys, and one of those guys is the all-everything quarterback for the Silk City Animals. Pictured here, number 7, David Tender. What was some of the things that you got from him and from watching his film?
Yeah, what would the Animals do without a player like David Tender? Like you see here, he knows when to take it to the house on his own, and he knows how to be a leader for this Animals team. He's playing with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He told me he's 0-2 against BIC, but that's not going to get in his head too much. They have respect for that team and this rivalry that is going to play itself out today, but being undefeated is something that he said you just got to stay locked in. I think he's locked in.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that I have zero doubts about this game, and it looks like we're getting ready as we watch the rest of these Animals highlights. We're getting ready for a 3-on-1 throw-off. It looks like the Animals will start with the ball. It's going to be Larry Wingo, number 11, back to receive. And Brana, we've waited long enough after that week 3 hiatus. Shout outs to everybody celebrating Passover and Easter, but we're back where we belong on Sundays, Asbury Park. The wind is blowing in Ashante Worthy's face, and we're about to get one of the most exciting plays in all of football. And that's Ashante Worthy on the throw. For fans new to this league, as I was telling Brana, the ball has to travel in the air past the 25 to be an eligible returnable kick. And with the wind blowing the American flag into the face of BIC, that is going to be an early test for the defending champ. Here's the throw.
Yeah, the wind's no joke, so Worthy's going to really have to use that arm to get it deep.
And he gets it far enough. Here's Wingo. And that's Trey Cohen. He can do pretty much anything you ask him to do. And when you go at this 3-on-1, you think, hey, I'll go for the smallest guy. Usually a mistake, but that'll bring David Tender and the Animals out for 1st and 10.
David Tender is going to have to look to make up the fact that they really didn't gain any yardage on that throw-off right there. So he's definitely going to bring his team in and see what they can do against such a competitive team like BIC.
And down on the field, Matt Riddick, who had, some would say, some big interceptions in the national championship game last year. He's at the bottom of your screen, number 3, playing corner on Kasim Perry.
Here's Tender in the shotgun. Hands it off to his man. Finds the hole, getting tackled. He's gonna get down. He's trying to, but he's down. That's really no gain.
Looks like Kwani Morgan on the run. The Animals like to run a 2 running back offense. They use Amari Thomas. We saw him a lot featured in the highlight clip at the beginning of the game. That's their pretty much their slashing threat. He's going to run those zone type reads, and you see he gets a little bit of space here for a good run on first down for 4, which will bring up approximately 2nd and 6. And Tender has Wingo and Perry at the top in the Twins. See, here's the replay. Great tackle there in open field.
Wasn't going to let him go anywhere with that one. Really good defensive play.
Here's a motion, Tender.
Tender going long.
Got a man.
Found his man, and he's going 30, 20, 10. Can they catch him? Nope.
Wingo makes the move on Riddick.
Right into the end zone, and we have a touchdown already, folks.
Oh, and he's going to lay down.
Put him to sleep. It's early, but it's nap time.
Well, he's going to have to play a lot more in this game, but no better way to get started if you're David Tender and the Silk City Animals. Basically taking advantage of Brona. There's no better way to say this.
Yeah.
That was just completely blown coverage.
Amazing.
And a terrible attempt made by the fast enough Matt Riddick, who is known for his coverage, not his tackling skills. And look here. Tender's just giving a gift with a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. I think he gets his eyes on the crosser. Riddick is looking for the interception, something that he did against the Insomniacs. And my friend, I'm not going to drop his name and talk about his interceptions on a game that he's not involved in, Scott Hamilton. But that time, the jump on the lower route does not work out for Matt Riddick. He could have had an interception, gave up a touchdown. Silk City up 6-0 early. And they'll go for 2 from the 10-yard line. This was what we were talking about. This after a touchdown, these are the championship points because these are going to factor in big later on in this game.
Here goes Tender. Got some time, got a man, but not able to make it land.
And Kasim Perry could have maybe stabbed an arm at it, but it falls incomplete. And very quickly, our score changes 6-0 Animals. And after that, maybe Matt Riddick's going to want to get taped up. And athletes at every level trust Tape Me Up for professional athletic training and taping services from ankles to cleats. Trainer Steve has got you pre-wrapped, taped, and covered. Visit tapemeup.net for more, or scan the QR code. You kids know how to do that. I can't do it right now. But scan the QR code and get Trainer Steve and tape me up. Taped up like a pro. So, a lot of action. Not a lot of time in this game. 13-32 still left in the first quarter, and the Animals take advantage of a blown coverage on 2nd and 6.
Mi gente, quedan aquí 6 minutos y pico, 13 minutos con 32 segundos en la primera cuarta de este juego. Y vaya, bienvenido aquí a JuanSabeloTodoDeportes. Yo sé que me tardo a veces en comenzar, mi gente, pero recuérdense que este es un stream que me llega a mí de una tercera. Y tengo que sentarme con ellos, hablar con ellos, ver cuál es el sistema, bla, bla, bla. Y toda esa técnica tengo que sacarla del medio antes de yo presentármela a ustedes aquí. Siempre, cuando arranca cualquier partida, yo me voy a perder siempre 10, 15 a 20 minutos, ¿oyeron? No se vayan a extrañar cuando ustedes entran y no me ven en el comienzo de algún deporte o algún stream, ¿ok? Que así que está funcionando por ahora. Obviamente que todo se lo van a mejorar, pero vuelvo y le digo a ustedes, a todos, que este es un programa nuevo y se tarda un tiempo en lo que se ajusta a todo el mundo, porque no solamente soy yo. Y con eso dicho, mi gente, gracias por visitar aquí y los quiero muchísimo a todos. Sabemos que estos canales nada más dan frutos si ustedes les gustan. Cualquier cosa que yo pueda hacer para mejorarle su momento aquí conmigo, me lo dejan saber. Si se están conectando por primera vez aquí en JuanSabeloTodoDeportes, déjenme en los comentarios de dónde ustedes me están visitando para yo tener una idea. Ya ustedes saben que Juan Sabelo Todo tiene 36 canales en YouTube en diferentes materias, educación, animaciones, música. Usted lo piensa y Juan Sabelotodo lo está haciendo. Con eso dicho, mi gente, quiero dejarles saber que hoy estamos compartiendo, viendo un juego fútbol americano que no es no es la NFL en el sentido tradicional, pero si no es la A7FL. Si ustedes se dan cuenta, lo primero es que ustedes no le ven que no tienen casco puesto. Encima de eso, ustedes están viendo que no tienen unas protecciones que van en la cintura. Están viendo que como que más sencillo el juego, pero todavía como quiera que sea, el fútbol. Ustedes están viendo ahí, el de 50 yardas que es el centro, y después se corre a 50 yardas para llegar a cada uno de los dos lados. El parque completo tiene 100 yardas, y ya ustedes saben, todo eso es igual, con la excepción de los equipos que utilizan, de la cantidad de jugadores que hay en el equipo, como podemos ver aquí, mira, ok, porque aquí no se están dando golpes así, yendo como a lo loco a chocar cabeza ni nada de eso, mi gente. Aquí aquí se agarran y se tumban la persona para tumbarlo, pararlo o que suelten la bola y cosas, y todas esas cosas ya que ya estamos impuestos nosotros a ver en la NFL, con la excepción de 2 o 3 cosas que ya ustedes lo pueden ver desde un principio, que es lo que le está faltando. Para aquellas personas que son fanáticos, para aquellas personas que están aquí por primera vez, bienvenido en el sentido de fútbol americano, gringo, ¿verdad? Estamos aquí para que aprendamos juntos, ¿verdad? Y mejoremos. Y como ustedes saben, esto es algo nuevo en Juan Sabelotodo. Tengo solamente como 3 meses. Fue una invitación que me hicieron de la línea de deporte, que me siento orgulloso de que me hayan invitado, porque fue muy poca la gente que seleccionaron. Entonces estamos aquí para brindarle el mejor servicio posible, y también para brindarle una forma gratuita donde usted puede venir, si es deportista y le gusta el deporte, puede venir a pasar el momento con su familia totalmente gratis, sin tener que meter la mano en los bolsillos para sacar una suma de dinero para poder cubrir. Ya ustedes saben, y para acá vienen cosas grandes como la NFL, viene la NBA, vienen esas cosas para este programa, pero se está comenzando adelante con estos programas que son un poquito más sencillos, y me imagino que eso es para entrenarnos nosotros, los que estamos metiéndonos en esto ahora, ustedes saben, porque esto es una escuela, esto hay que aprenderlo, mi gente. Otra cosa que para mí todavía es mucho más difícil es que mi primera lengua es gringa, entonces, por ejemplo, yo sé todo lo que está pasando ahí en inglés, pero para yo traducirlo del inglés al español, tengo que aprenderme las palabras que se usan para eso. Entonces, les digo, tengan un poquito de paciencia, pero les prometo que en muy poco tiempo ustedes van a ver que yo se la voy a cantar como es y de su forma de entender. Con eso dicho, gracias de nuevo por su visita aquí. Si están llegando después que esto ha sido grabado, pueden dejar su comentario como quiera. Pueden darle un dedito para arriba al video para que circule. Pueden agarrar y prender la campanita para que así le lleguen notificaciones de los otros deportes y de este deporte también en el futuro. Y no solamente eso, suscribirse para apoyar el canal y para apoyar lo que se llaman creadores latinos, mi gente. Tenemos que apoyarnos entre nosotros mismos, porque si no nos apoyamos, y entonces vamos a dejar que el mundo entero progrese y que nosotros nos quedemos frisados. Vamos a apoyar, hay que apoyar. Y con eso dicho, mi gente, vamos al juego. El juego comenzó con primero llevando un gol, ¿verdad? Para que ustedes lo entiendan más o menos, ¿verdad? En términos de que cruzaron la línea con la bola y cogieron 6 puntos. Y usted puede ver que el equipo que está marcando en rojo ahí en la pantalla tiene ya 6 puntos. Y eso comenzó. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Se metió otra vez! ¡Wow, mi gente! Ya tienen 12 aquí apuntados en la pantalla. Como ustedes están viendo, está tremendo esto, mi gente. Esto está buenísimo. ¡Wow! Oye, el gol que cogió, hizo ese gol ahí. Se ha ganado el MVP, ¿verdad? Dos veces en ejecutivo. ¡Wow! Tremendo, tremendo. Qué bien la jugó. Mira eso. Mira. Mira cómo se le mete por el mismo centro ahí a todo el enemigo. Mira. Increíble. Qué buena jugada, mi gente. ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Hay que pegarle el chicle en la mano a ese. Porque, oye, no se la habían podido poner más fácil ahí, mi gente.
A7FL.com/owners. We'll be right back.
Tremenda jugada y están ahora mismo en un pequeño receso o anuncio, como ustedes lo quieran ver. Déjame yo ahora mismo bajarle más el volumen a ese deporte porque durante estos momentos lo que sucede a pasar es que meten una música que yo no tengo los derechos de streamearlo y entonces YouTube se pasa el día entero mandándome que violé los derechos, que esto, que lo que aquello. Entonces por eso que ustedes ven que cuando se salen los momentos que son momentos de anuncios y cosas así, yo entro a la música mía y saco la de ellos para que no vaya a haber ese tipo de problemas. Poquito a poquito yo lo voy haciendo más eficiente hasta lo que ya no le doy chance a ellos a que entren. ¿Verdad que sí? Entonces con eso dicho, mi gente, recuérdense que arriba en el cabecero de este mismo video que ustedes están mirando, si ustedes ven, están viendo ahí a IQ 153, que por lo hecho, mi gente, hoy mismo sale un capítulo, un episodio, ok, y en esta semana entrante ahora salen 3 episodios de la telenovela Puentes de Esperanza, que es la primera telenovela en Pixel Style Disney World. Aquí mismo en Juan Sabelo Todo, cortos animación, que es el nombre que ustedes están viendo en la parte de arriba, en el cabecero de este video. Y también está Juan Sabelo Todo animación, todo junto, no hay espacio en ninguna de esas letras, mi gente. Y en la animación, ahí viene un programa muy bonito que ustedes se van a gozar y se van a orinar encima cuando estén viéndolo, de comedia, ok. Todos mis contenidos son originales, yo no hago copia, usted no va a ver algo como de Tres Patines, que se bajó un volumen o un value, una copia del audio, y no, nada de eso. De todo lo que corre por las redes de Juan Sabelo Todo es original y todo es sano y todo es algo para el beneficio de nosotros, Latinoamérica, de nosotros como seres humanos, para el resto del mundo también, ok, pero en español. Por eso que digo Latinoamérica, porque no todo el mundo en el mundo entero sabe español, ok, pero como ustedes saben, para aquellas personas que me están mirando aquí en español, que prefieren oírme en mi primera lengua, en my first language, English, I invite you to join me at John Knows It All, which is my English version of my social media. John Knows It All, which is the translation of Juan Sabelo Todo, and I welcome you there with open arms. And we have the same channels that we have in Spanish. So we have educational channel, animation channels. We have a sports channel there also that hasn't been activated yet. It's going through its process of verification and things of that nature. And also I have their reviews and all kinds of stuff. Again, my focus at this moment is in the Spanish side of things, but I do bring up materials to those English channels, and you can visit me there. And if I see you there and you're participating in my community and stuff like that, then I will definitely like put hands on and upload more data and share with you more of my time there in the English side. Again, it all depends on the spectators. We need you guys to actually move forward and to grow. And there's nothing like a community that's built from nothing. There's nothing like that. That people come and share and they know each other in a way that is untraditional, right? But the new way of communication and actually joining something that matters. And everything that I have is clean content. Nothing that I have will ever insult anyone. Okay? It will never insult anyone. There's no bad words. There's none of that kind of stuff. Everything is clean and the audible for everyone, starting from 1 year old or to 100 years old. Okay? With that being said, I'm gonna switch back to my Spanish, but you guys are invited to join me there. Con eso, mi gente, como ustedes saben, el gordo aquí es bilingüe. Vamos entonces a meterle mano y vamos a regresar aquí al juego. Y vamos a ver, el equipo oponente está... ¡Oh! ¡Lo pararon seco! ¡Lo pararon seco! No sé lo que estaban haciendo la defensa de él, pero lo dejaron abierto. Mira, 5 minutos con 42 segundos quedan en el reloj en la primera cuarta de este deporte. Oigan, algo muy importante también. Óiganme, también ahora, hoy mismo, más tardecito, a las 9 de la noche, creo que a las 9, déjame yo ver, para verificar aquí. Sí, a las 9 de la noche, mi gente, tenemos otra vez bolseo, ¿ok? So, yo voy a estar streameando bolseo a las 9 de la noche, que pueden venir para atrás y visitarme. Y la bola fue tirada bastante, como a 40, 30, como 30 y pico de yardas, y se la bloquearon la bola, porque están desesperados, tienen 2 abajo ahora mismito, los BIC, que son el equipo azul que tienen 0 en su pantalla. Entonces andan buscando la forma de cómo lograr entrar y apuntarse, por lo menos decir, yo estoy presente. Estoy presente. Entonces, con eso dicho, vamos a bajarle esta música aquí. Vamos a subir el programa, mi gente. Entonces, óigame, están desesperados y están haciendo lo posible para tratar de alcanzarle a este equipo que ahora mismo está demostrando una tendencia, ¿verdad? Y una capacidad, los animales, tal vez por eso que le llaman animales, porque, oye, mira, esta gente no está relajando. Mira cómo es. Ellos no están relajando, eso es, entre 3 no lo pudieron parar, que cogiera esa bola. Es que te están dando con los sartenes y con todo. Óigame. Entonces, como le estaba diciendo, este es un juego muy emocionante y muy divertido, donde usted viene con su familia, con los hijos, y ellos aprenden el deporte, porque de verdad tenemos que darle un poquito más de deporte y de tiempo afuera a los niños, para que los niños se muevan y hagan ejercicio con sus cuerpos, ¿verdad que sí? Y dejen de estar punchando el celular el día entero, ¿verdad? O la consola en la casa. Entonces, el cuerpo no está quemando azúcar, no está quemando nada, lo que está haciendo es poniéndose gordo, poniéndose enfermo. Ahí es que comienzan a venir los problemas rápido en la edad temprana de los hijos de uno, cuando están en sus 20 y sus 30 años, que no son edades para que la gente ande enferma, de colesterol, que diabetes y todas esas cosas. Es porque no podemos eliminar el deporte de la vida de nuestros hijos. Entonces, la única forma que podemos nosotros integrarle deporte a la vida de nuestros hijos es compartiendo el momento con ellos, que ellos vean a uno emocionado, pasando el momento. ¿Usted me entiende? Y eso es lo que cada persona tiene que hacer para que los niños se queden todavía con ese amor al deporte. Se creen con el amor al deporte que se creó usted, que me creé yo, ¿verdad que sí? que yo, en que yo ahora no estoy en cosas, tú sabes, me dejé desplomar, mi gente. Pero en mi tiempo yo corría 10 millas todos los días, jugaba basquetbol, jugaba fútbol, jugaba béisbol, boxeaba, peleaba karate, taekwondo. Mire, así no, ya yo había estado enterrado, mi gente, hace mucho tiempo, ya yo había estado enterrado. Bueno, con eso, mi gente, vamos aquí a regresar a este juego que le queda 2 minutos con 32 segundos. Y sí, ustedes están viendo que estoy, como esta es la primera vez que estamos tirando el A7FL, que viene siendo el deporte de fútbol que más se acerca a la NBA, a la NFL, mi gente. Yo quiero que con esos momentos, si ustedes están aquí visitándome, me puedan conocer y tal vez puedan conectar conmigo, que yo soy una persona así de sencillo, igual que ustedes, ¿verdad? Una persona que ya ha vivido bastante tiempo, que puede brindar un consejo de corazón. Eso sí, yo sé, estoy hablando más de cosas personales que las que estamos mirando aquí ahora mismo en pantalla. Pero es para hacer esa conexión con usted como fanático, como humano, ¿ok? Como latino. Entonces aquí estamos oyendo anuncios. Vamos aquí a reducir el audio del stream ese. No quiero a lesionar. Oigan, con eso dicho, mi gente, recuérdense que pueden visitarme en mis otros canales, que tenemos a JuanSabeloTodoDeportes, animación, también en pantalla,
el deporte corre en mi sonido, desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor. Ahora sí, ahora seguimos aquí, la energía nunca va a morir, cada partido listo para ti, comenta, comparte, quédate en mí, no importa el marcador, aquí celebramos cada gol, cada strike, cada control, la vibra sube sin temor, Twitch encendido, público activo, YouTube creciendo, todo positivo, TikTok e Insta vienen después, pero aquí comenzamos otra vez.
Se trata
la pasión la llevo conmigo,
¿verdad? Que es encargado de una ciudad,
el deporte corre en mi sonido,
y la ciudad
sobre el ring, con el crowd gritando win, este stream no tiene fin, Juan Sabelo todo, let's begin. Sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina, streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina, somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva, si te gusta el juego real,
entonces partiendo para aquellos que entienden la palabra antigua de antes,
la pasión la llevo
entonces con eso que también son una nación, mi gente,
el deporte corre en mi
de
sonido,
varias
desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo, puro
una
motor.
telenovela que
La pasión la llevo
buena,
conmigo,
la triste, ¿verdad?
el deporte
La
corre en mi
penosa,
sonido, desde
de
soccer
la
hasta
vida de
basquetbol,
varias
con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling,
también,
tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo,
que se
puro
llama
motor.
la era
La
So,
pasión
esa
la llevo
telenovela va a ser
conmigo,
increíble. Va a ser
el deporte corre en mi sonido, desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo.
90 años, pero va progresando, obviamente. 90 años, 70 años, 50 años, 30 años, así va echando para adelante hasta lo que se pone.
Seguimos en vivo.
Bueno,
No olvides
es
suscribirte
una
para no
historia
perderte
bastante
ninguno de mis
larga,
eventos.
y
Si eres fanático
yo
de
se
los
lo invito
deportes,
a
mi canal es
todos
el que
que
debes
vengan a
seguir.
disfrutar y a pasar
Y
tiempo
recuerda
con
avisarles a tus amigos.
Puente que está también, si usted se va a usar todo, animación, que es formato largo los videos, así como este que estamos mirando ahora mismo, compartiendo. también en animación. Viene un programa, pero de risa a risa pura, mi gente, para allá. Pero también tengo cosas pues, educativas que me enseñan cosas.
Luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el Cali y el balón. Aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración. Aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato, comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok,
Que ahora se
Instagram
convirtió en
o
canal
Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos.
Y la música mía es muy sana, pero también muy buena, porque he estado escribiendo música por más de 30 años. Y entonces le va a gustar mis palabras, creo yo. Pero ustedes serían testigos de eso. Con eso dicho, volvamos al juego. Déjame coger un vaso. Y otra vez, otra carrera, mi gente. Y ahí subió a 18.
Have a day. Get your celebration in because you are leading your team with these great opportunities.
And it's not only that they score, Brona, but the ease in which it looked like they just had that play from the rip. It's not a complicated play here. Just hand the ball off to a guy who can do it. Hulk is not anywhere in the picture.
Oye, yo le voy a hablar una cosa.
Este
equipo está muy bien entrenado, en primer lugar. Porque esos son juegos que el entrenador practica con ellos. Y mira con lo fácil que lo hizo ver ese joven. Así que entró a anotar esos otros 6 puntos. Y ahora, como pueden ver, BIC, que son los que están azules claros, es B como de burro y latina C de casa, BIC.
Finds his man, doesn't look like he could bring it down though.
That's Kasim Perry again in the end zone. This one is
otra
much
vez
tougher catch.
le han tumbado 3 adentro de Inson para coger el punto extra. Pero han cogido 3 goles, ¿verdad que sí? Y los otros están muy abajo, mi gente, en este primer cuarto. Y déjame ver cuánto tiempo le queda a este cuarto. Le digo una cosa, están jugando muy bien. Y parece como que el otro equipo es como si fuera como principante delante de estos muchachos, y no es así. Este otro equipo, BIC, son jugadores buenos también. No sé cómo se están dejando notar tan fácil los puntos. Pero está seria la cosa ahora mismo. Como ustedes vieron, están guapísimos los BIC. Porque mira cómo ese hombre entró. Porque no estaban listos en el lado ofensivo. No, en el lado defensivo. Y aquí, como podemos ver, ya este está listo aquí para recibir la bola. Estos van a tirarla para el otro lado. Vamos a ver.
BIC is not used
so
to
la tiran,
being the
debe de
underdog.
patearla.
Let's see what word
So eso
he
es diferente de la
does. He's going to
NFL,
take it
gente.
himself.
Pero una sola
Continues
gente.
to go, but he's down.
Le llamaron un foul a alguien ahí.
And a touchdown saving tackle again in his debut. Kyle Ward just doing it all for the Animals, but Ashante Worthy.
Oye, yo le voy a decir una cosa, que también este joven aquí, del número 2, corrió para bastante yarda. Oye, pero yo dije, pero ese va a coger el equipo entero solo. Pero esa es otra cosa diferente que la NFL, como ustedes vieron.
Plays like that one. That's how crazy this has been early. 18-0. 1 minute left. Trips to the bottom of your screen.
Queda 1 minuto y 1 segundo, mi gente, para que se vayan al segundo tiempo.
Every time he gets it, he's getting closer and closer. So you wonder when he's going to make it happen.
Yo me imagino que esto tiene 4 coros igualito que el NFL, que tiene 4 cuartos. En otras palabras, tienen el primer cuarto, el segundo, después hay un receso, una intermisión que sucede, y después viene el tercero, y después como último para coronar el cuarto. Y si eso es así, mi gente, ustedes van a tener un momento glorioso.
But right now, they just need to get on the board.
It doesn't seem like they're really actually locked into this game. You know, we saw that friendly exchanging of words and then the distraction, which caused a good run for the Animals to get their touchdown. So it seems like they're distracted. They really need to figure out what it is they need to do to overcome what the Animals are doing as an undefeated team. They have all the pieces. So what is BIC going to do to counteract that kind of success?
Ellos como que están distraídos, están en otro mundo.
Can't get it to go. Really nothing gained there.
And this is not something that I would normally say watching a game between the Animals and the BIC, but right now, at least through the first quarter, it looks like the advantage of offensive line is on the Animals side. And Braun, I know you watched a lot of film, but that's not something that you could normally say about a BIC Animals matchup. And I think at least early, it's been the difference so far. Tender's had the time, and when BIC's on offense, they just don't seem to be dominating the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely not. They need to get the communication going. They need some momentum. So what Sarah's going to do,
que no saben qué es lo que está pasando con este equipo, igual que yo, con los BIC.
Picks up a first down,
que están permitiendo que lo mantengan ahí preso.
Well, they have such weapons that they can use. Sometimes the problem is finding ways to do it. And that last run will be the end of the first quarter. Bring a team to your city, a7fl.com/owners, and you too can be.
Y regresamos en un par de momentos. Mientras tanto, le voy a poner una musiquita.
Otra vez en vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Hoy bebé sobre el ring, con el crowd gritando win. Este stream no tiene fin, Juan sabelo todo, let's begin. Sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina, streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina. Somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva. Si te gusta el juego real, este es tu canal. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. Hey, deporte en vivo. Hey, Juan sabelo todo.
Seguimos en vivo. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos.
Juan sabelo todo. Deporte en vivo. luces encendidas ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón. Aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración. Aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch encendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo. Juan Sabelo Todo transmitiendo. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. Ahora sí, ahora seguimos aquí. La energía nunca va a morir. Cada partido listo para ti. Comenta, comparte, quédate en mí. No importa el marcador, aquí celebramos cada gol, cada strike, cada control. La vibra sube sin temor. Twitch encendido, público activo, YouTube creciendo, todo positivo. TikTok e Insta vienen después, pero aquí comenzamos otra vez. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Hoy veo sobre el ring, College crowd gritando win. Este stream no tiene fin. Juan Sabelo Todo, let's begin. Sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina. Streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina. Somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva. Si te gusta el juego real, este es tu canal. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. Hey, deporte en vivo. Juan Sabelo Todo.
Seguimos en vivo. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos.
With a good return, big tackle from Matt Riddick there, but with the wind at your back, you want a better throw to give your team a shot at the get back. It just doesn't travel far enough. Kwani really caught that basically at the 20. All he had to do is take one step, and the opportunity lost to give your team a shot at animals have their opportunity. First and 10, 47-yard line.
Y por fin los animales se anotan.
Nearly perfect so
7
far.
a 18.
With 13,
Parece que vinieron para atrás para la segunda
13,
cuarta de esta
25 left in the
jugada
second
con
quarter.
una mente
You got
y
Kasim
una
Perry, Larry
perspectiva
Wingo,
mejor que la
and
que
Kwani
se
in the
fue.
backfield.
Por un segundo yo pensaba que no iba a coger
Runner finds a few yards.
And there is a tackle there. They're going to call H3 Frazier on the chop tackle. If you go low, you gotta go for the wrap. And that time he does cut down Kwani Morgan, who is not a guy you want to take up high.
Kwani Morgan almost
But you
had
gotta
enough
go for the
space
wrap.
to keep going, but just gets tripped up. Like you said, Corey, can't have that happen in this league. You really do need to respectfully wrap up your player. Again, no pads, no protection here in the A7FL, so gotta respect the body parts of your competition.
Well, and when you go that low, you almost got kicked in the head.
Almost came back on him. Again, no pads, no protection here in the A7FL, so
como pueden ver, ahí hubo un discurso porque estos atletas saben que están jugando sin equipos así como la tradicional NFL. Entonces tienen que tener cuidado de cómo es que ellos van a tumbar los contradientes o los oponentes
we're having a lot of conversations about
que le pueden dar un mal golpe.
I think honestly it looks like it's going to be second and 8. They waived off the penalty because it looked like H3 Frazier. I guess somebody could have been went for the wrap.
Quedado en la mano de la referee que estuvo legal.
It's a subjective call, so there's really no objective fact there. It's what's the intention. If you ask them, I'm sure they'll say
she's really good at arguing their case. I've never seen times today where they made the refs actually bring the penalty back.
Now, I've never seen a flag waved off for a quarterback arguing his case. Now, I agree with Sarah Koch on that play. There can be a man set back from the line of scrimmage. There has to be 2 men on the line of scrimmage. That tight end can be back set like they had on that illegal formation. That's something the ref didn't even know. But here's Kasim Perry on the motion.
Here's
and David Tender throws
looking
it to
for
him.
his man, looking for the first down, trying to get there, pushed out of bounds.
Como ustedes pueden ver ahí, hubo un intento de hacer una jugada aquí y no le salió como lo planificaron, pero sí obtenieron varias yardas ahí.
With the pressure in David Tender's face, with guys all over Kasim Perry after the play, with Isaac Negron bearing down on him, looking for a big hit.
Staying upright,
they're just
though.
Cool, calm, get back in the huddle. They're here to have fun and play football. And the pressure certainly, especially in this game, doesn't look like it matters at all. First and 10, Animals again on the move.
Let's see, we're handing it off again. Going for the run. Looks like that's a first down.
And Ole Bell is looking to say, hey, can you help me out on a hold here? But the Bell brothers, number 9, Ole, and Q, number 6,
cogieron el primer down aquí, como pueden
don't
ver,
have the speed that
que
they
viene
did in the
siendo
2010s.
wow.
That would have kept that as
Pero
a
yo hay un
tackle
foul
for a
ahí,
loss. Kwani Morgan
no
finds
ese
the
pito de
edge
un foul
and gets 7 on first down. Really, the BIC defense is going to have to get they're going to have to do something different because what they're doing right now is not working. So what they do is they bring in Trey Baskerville. He's wearing number 28, top of your screen on the defensive line, to see what he can do against his former team.
Successful on so many drives today, but that one swatted away as the pressure just comes in down on Tender. Haven't seen that much kind of scary motion in front of him almost all game, but that's what BIC is going to have to do if they're going to try to shake up this very stable Animals team.
And we'll see who the pressure's on. It looks like Raheem Duran quick in the middle of the field, and then it's Sire Hancock almost gets an interception, another former Animal, and it brings up a big 3rd and 3. Tender.
Looks like the pressure is going to
Gives
come
Squatty
again.
Morgan. Why not? It's been working.
Quick handoff, though. Here's Morgan getting pulled down, but just enough for his team.
And you see they run away from Trey Baskerville, number 28. And they get the first on one of the simpler play calls. And you just see Ole Bell is just not able to get this edge. He squeezes down too hard, and a play that he once made, he just can't make it anymore, we'll say. Ole Bell, legend in this league. And Quani Morgan abuses him on that third down, bringing up 1st and 10 Animals.
Just quick feet by Morgan. Absolutely elusive.
Empty backfield, Morgan in motion.
Here's some motion. Here's Tender. Pressure coming
Tender
again.
around
But he's going to
Ole
do
Bell
it
again.
himself. Come on, you know what he's capable of. Jogs out of bounds. He said, I'm not going to go in to get tackled for that right now, but gets good position for his team.
And I don't know why he doesn't go for a touchdown there. I'm not sure if he's pulled up lame there, which could be the bigger issue. but a guy that's laughing, smiling, having a great time, playing against the defending national champion Trenton BIC, a team he's never beaten before. I don't know, he could have cha-cha slide into the end zone, just decides to get
He was like, I'm
around Ole
tired.
Bell.
He was tired. He was like, you know what? This
Again.
is close enough. This is great. Let me get it on the next one. He sees all those players come in to boost him out to tackle him.
He has the speed to could have scored there, but he doesn't. 1st and 10.
Let's
Hope
see
it
what he
doesn't come
does
back to bite
here.
him.
Here's the handoff.
Whoop. And it's hype.
Right between so many tackles.
There's Isaac Negron, cleans it up after a couple of big blips and blaps. Shout out to LJ. We saw him against this guy. this
Podemos ver que
hype guy
están aquí
against the Heathens
a
last week.
10
He showed that
yardas
he could do the thing. Oh, his name's
de
Truth.
coger el
Excuse me.
punto,
He's not hype. He's
el
Truth.
gol aquí, mi
The
gente.
truth. Missing, getting out of
Ustedes
these
saben
tackles
que
right here.
este es un juego de contacto cara a cara, ¿verdad?
Bring it up second
Several
down.
BIC players down on the ground.
2nd and goal. Again, no kicking. So this is a tough place for a lot of offenses to punch it in. Now the Animals have definitely
El
not had any of
primer
those
down,
issues
mi gente, viene
so
siendo
far in
primero y
today's
10,
game,
¿verdad? Pero
but
aquí
if
ya estamos
BIC wants to
en las
really be in
últimas
this
5
game, wants to
yardas para
really
entrar aquí
at the
a
half consider
apuntar.
themselves right where they want to be. They're going to have to make a
Lo que
couple
yo
of
no
big
veo, mi
stops
gente, que
here
me están
inside the
presentando aquí.
5-yard line against an Animals team that's run all over them.
Es
And
que,
against
¿dónde,
quarterback in David Tender.
en cuánto estamos? Si estamos
Except for that last play, I guess
en
he
el
was running the ball.
segundo o en la
Has the
tercera.
speed and explosiveness to score himself.
Oh, estamos...
8 left in the second and goal from
Quedan
the
8
4-yard
minutos aquí
line.
en la segunda parte del
Truth
juego.
in the backfield with
En la
David
segunda
Tender.
cuarta.
It'll be Wingo
Y yo le
and
digo
Perry,
cuarta, mi gente,
wide
porque hay
receivers at the top
4
of the screen
partes,
with
4
Joker,
porciones.
the tight
Son
end.
4, entonces es una cuarta de
The right side of the
cada,
offensive
¿verdad? Es una cuarta porque son 4 diferentes
Gets a go and
lanzamientos
play
que hay
action.
entre el juego.
Ooh, can't get it to Perry. Defender came right in front
Mira
of him,
eso.
swatted it away.
And that's Matt Riddick, and he baited Tender on the slant, and if
más, que
that ball
casi
was
se le
thrown a little bit
interceptaron
more
esa bola ahí.
behind, that's probably an interception and a huge turnover. Again, that is what Matt Riddick is there for. He is not your cleanup, the defense tackler at the back. He is there for turnovers. You see the explosiveness here. Baits him in, undercuts it, just misses what would have been a big-time turnover.
Perry also just stops running, just plants his feet right there, doesn't go to the ball.
And it'll be 3rd and goal.
Oh,
Trips
estamos en la
top of the
tercera,
screen.
mi
Here's
gente.
Truth in motion.
Tercera o,
And Tender will keep it.
Tender with
coger
a
el
quarterback
gol.
sneak, almost gets it.
Otra
And
vez hay foul.
stopped.
Wow,
Looks
hubo
like he'll be
foul
about the
desde que
2.5.
la bola arrancó.
And that extracurricular has nothing to do with the play.
Eso que ustedes vieron
And we'll
ahí
take
fue
a
en
quick
los dos equipos
Time out
relajando.
here, 4th and 2. When we get back, handle your business.
Entonces estamos en la cuarta y 2 yardas para cosas. Yo me imagino que ellos la van a jugar porque a 2 yardas tienen que cogerse chance. ¿Verdad que sí, mi gente? Tienen que cogerse chance, están demasiado pegados, están pegados ahí mismito, tienen que jugarla. Pero vamos a ver lo que ellos deciden hacer, porque ya una cosa es la que yo piense y otra cosa es lo que piense el entrenador de ellos, ¿verdad? Entonces vamos a subir un poquito aquí la musiquita para que tengan entretenerse y no me vayan entre una música de la que yo no tengo licencia. Con eso dicho, mi gente, si están viendo este juego después de su transmisión, recuérdense que eso no hace nada, que ustedes le den por su transmisión, porque cada cual sabemos que tenemos vida llena de obligaciones y cosas así. Pero pueden venir, pasar un momento aquí agradable, totalmente gratis, y seguir las jugadas que les guste a usted, cuál sea su favorita, sea que sea fútbol Latinoamérica, fútbol americano, fútbol, como también aquí el A7FL, que es un fútbol que es sin cascos, cosa que tiene casi las mismas reglas de la NFL, con diferentes transparencia, ¿verdad? Encima de eso, mi gente, recuerden que pueden visitarme en mi otros canales, como pueden ver arriba, pero aquí comenzamos otra vez. Encima de eso también, mi gente, recuérdense que aquí también se va a transmitir béisbol, el deporte corre mi sonido, hoy un bebé sobre el ring, tenis, este string no tiene fin, Juan Sabelo todo, sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina, streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina, somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra son tantas las cosas que por este canal de que siempre es bueno tener esa conexión, y esto también te gana, que no le cuesta ni un solo peso. Agarren suscribirse, prender la campanita para que lleguen notificaciones. Pero también los invito a
el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor. La pasión la llevo conmigo, el deporte corre en mi sonido, desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor.
Y todas esas cosas que son importantes en este mundo de hoy que nosotros jugamos. Pero también es que los invito a que vengan a pasar un rato, un momento, aquí con JuanSabeloTodo, pero junto a su familia, a sus hijos, para que el amor del deporte se le entre en su corazón a ellos también. Porque ¿qué ha sucedido? La sociedad ahora mismo está sentada. ¿Me entiendes? Está sentada. Entonces no están haciendo nada.
Seguimos en vivo.
Que es físico.
No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarle a tus amigos.
Quiero decirle que soy una persona muy agradecida a su tiempo, respeto a su tiempo, y que también aquí ustedes vienen a ver contenido que es limpio, que esto es para todo el mundo. Aquí puede venir el que quiera, puede venir el cristiano, puede venir el pentecostal, puede venir el musulmán, puede venir quien quiera, que tiene miedo de cosas, ¿verdad?, materiales que contaminan, ¿verdad? No solamente
luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión, el estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión, desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón, aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión, desde la cancha hasta la narración, aquí no es solo juego, es emoción, si suena el silbato comienza la acción, quédate conectado, sube el volumen campeón, no olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos, si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch tendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo. Juan Sabelo Todo transmitiendo en vivo, en vivo. La pasión la llevo conmigo.
Ya está llegando. Entonces ya estamos aquí, recuerden que estamos en cuarta y 2. Cuarta y 2 significa que estamos ya en la cuarta. Si no anotan ahora, ya le toca la bola al oponente. Están dando ese replay de lo que pasó ahorita.
As we take care of our player, we're going to take another brief break.
Oh, parece que alguien se lesionó, mi gente. Eso es lo que está pasando. Alguien se lesionó, entonces van a coger otro breve receso de un ratico, porque están resolviendo, cuidando los jugadores. Eso es lo que está pasando, por eso que se está tardando en que el juego comience de nuevo de una vez. Como pueden ver, parece que alguien se lesionó bastante grave, que todavía no han podido resolver eso. Entonces, con eso dicho, mi gente, estamos aquí en vivo. Usted puede venir, hablar conmigo en el chat. Puede también tirarme por el WhatsApp, como hacen algunos de mis fanáticos. Yo tengo fanáticos que me hacen preguntas de los otros canales, que a veces ustedes me ven aquí transmitiendo, ustedes me ven que yo agarro el celular a contestar esos mensajes, porque están pidiendo una ayuda de una cosa a otra. Eso es otra cosa que yo tengo aquí en Juan Sabelo Todo, mi gente. Si ustedes entran a uno de mis canales, que sea respecto a lo que usted quiera aprender y cosas, y me hace una solicitud para que yo le haga algo que le puede servir a ustedes en asistirlo a aprender algo nuevo, lo hago con todo el gusto. La única cosa es, mi gente, que esos entrenamientos que yo doy son en vivo, por vía de sistema de computación, por cámara, y esas clases salen en el aire. Esa es la única cosa. Pero también yo tengo videos que ya están pregrabados, que no llevan ninguno de esos asuntos, porque ya no son clases de tú a tú, de mí a ti o de ti a mí, ¿verdad? Sino que ya son pregrabadas estas clases, y esas clases no son transmitidas con usted ni nada de esas cosas, sino son transmitidas, pero de una forma, de un solo lado. El único que soy yo el que me estoy viendo en video y cosas así, ¿verdad? O que ustedes están viendo en el video. Con eso dicho, esto está un poquito cosa. Vamos a ponerlo a la música, ¿verdad? Y dejarlo aquí un rato.
Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor, Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor. Hey, hey, deporte en vivo. Hey, hey, Juan Sabelo todo.
Seguimos en vivo. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos.
Deporte en vivo. Hey, hey. Juan Sabelo todo. Luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón. Aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración. Aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato, comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch tendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo. Juan Sabelo Todo transmitiendo. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor.
Como ustedes pueden ver, el que está lesionado es del equipo de BIC, que es el equipo que ahora mismo está perdiendo. Y eso que ustedes están viendo, que llevaron un carrito para montarlo y cargarlo, esos son los bomberos de allá de los Estados Unidos, mi gente, que son los que se encargan de asistir en estos tipos de situaciones en el deporte. Ellos hacen un trabajo como que si fuera el de las ambulancias, ¿okay? Y eso se lo dan como responsabilidades adicionales a su responsabilidad de estar pendiente que si se arma un fuego salir corriendo a salvar vidas, por la razón de que no todos los días hay un fuego. Entonces, para ellos ganarse esos chelitos que le pagan toda la semana, ayudan a la ciudad a que se economicen en ciertos gastos y ellos se ganan entonces el modo. Y eso es lo que ustedes están viendo ahora mismo ahí en pantalla para aquellas personas que no entienden el sistema norteamericano. Yo se lo explico porque lo conozco de la letra A hasta la Z. Ya ustedes saben.
Juan sabelo todo, let's begin. Sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina, streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina. Somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva. Si te gusta el juego real, este es tu canal. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol.
Por eso que estamos aquí frenados, mi gente, no vayan a desesperarse. Que es que tenemos un lesionado ahí, hasta los que no quiten esa camilla de ahí, que luego no puede comenzar. Bueno, yo voy a pasar el momento a hacer una cosita privada, ustedes saben, ya lo voy a hablar. Regreso.
Seguimos en vivo. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos.
Luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón, aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración, aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato, comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres fanático de los deportes, mi canal es el que debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo Todo Deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch tendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo. Juan Sabelo Todo transmitiendo. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo Todo, puro motor. Ahora sí, ahora seguimos aquí. La energía no Twitch encendido, público activo, YouTube creciendo, todo positivo, TikTok e Insta vienen después, pero aquí comenzamos otra vez. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido.
No pensé en eso.
Sobre el ring, con el crowd gritando win. No tiene fin, Juan Sabelo todo. Sube la adrenalina.
Ya te sabes.
Streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina. Somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva.
Y ya vamos a comenzar de nuevo aquí con 6 minutos y 27 segundos en el reloj. Estamos en el segundo tiempo de este juego. Y está lo B y C a 7 y los animales están en 18 puntos y vamos a ver que por fin se apostaron en la pizarra los B y C porque para aquellos que están llegando luego después de los 2 puntos los animales cogieron 3 goles, 3 una tras de la otra y estaba 18 a 0 hace un momentico. Pero estamos aquí pegados de la segunda yarda de apuntarse. So, vamos a ver lo que sucede aquí porque cuando viene a ver ponen 6 puntos.
Deporte en vivo.
Como pueden ver, los BIC están del lado de la defensiva.
No olvides suscribirte para no
Y
perderte
los
ninguno de mis
animales son los
eventos.
que tienen
Si
el
eres
derecho
fanático
a la
de los
bola ahora
deportes,
mismo.
mi canal es el que
Están
debes
en
seguir.
cuarto,
Y recuerda
faltando 2
avisarle a tus
yardas
amigos.
al gol. So, en este medio tiempo, como le estoy diciendo yo a ustedes, está dominando la jugada los animales, que son los que están de negro, mi gente.
Juan Sabelo todo. Deporte en vivo. Juan Sabelo todo. Luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón. Aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración. Aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato, comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte para no perderte ninguno de mis eventos. Si eres
Ya,
fanático de los
entró.
deportes,
Gol,
mi
mi
canal es el
gente.
que debes seguir y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan Sabelo todo deporte llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan Sabelo todo deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch encendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo. Juan Sabelo todo transmitiendo. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde el soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol
Tienen una
bajo el
situación
sol.
a donde en los 4 goles que ellos han anotado no han podido ganarse el puntico adicional porque en las 4 veces que se han anotado han perdido el punto porque siempre se la tumban o se la bloquean.
Fútbol bajo el sol, wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan Sabelo todo, puro motor. Ahora sí, ahora seguimos aquí. La energía nunca va a morir. Cada partido listo para ti. Comenta, comparte, quédate en mí. No importa el marcador, aquí celebramos cada gol, cada strike, cada control. La vibra sube sin temor. Twitch encendido, público activo, YouTube creciendo, todo positivo. TikTok e Insta vienen después, pero aquí comenzamos otra vez. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Hoy prueba es sobre el ring. Coles crowd gritando win. Este stream no tiene fin. Juan sabelo todo, let's begin. Sube la adrenalina, se siente la rutina. Streaming día tras día, construyendo disciplina. Somos familia deportiva, aquí la vibra es positiva. Si te gusta el juego real, este es tu canal. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. En vivo, la pasión la llevo conmigo. En vivo, el deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling, tenis, lo mejor. Juan sabelo todo, puro motor. Deporte en vivo. Juan sabelo todo.
Intentó,
Seguimos
ustedes
en
ven,
vivo.
son 3
No
contra
olvides
1.
suscribirte para no perderte ninguno
para
de mis
ver
eventos.
dónde comienza el
Si eres
equipo,
fanático de los
de
deportes,
dónde
mi
para
canal es el
adelante,
que debes seguir.
al gol,
Y recuerda
comienza el
avisarles a
equipo.
tus amigos.
Eso es, no es como la NFL, eso es en este estilo de juego.
Juan sabelo todo.
Creo que esta vez cogieron como 2 yardas ahí, pero no vi gran cosa.
Deporte en vivo. Juan sabelo todo. Luces encendidas, ya se siente la presión. El estadio vibra fuerte con cada transmisión. Desde el fútbol hasta el cáliz y el balón. Aquí vivimos cada jugada con pasión. Desde la cancha hasta la narración. Aquí no es solo juego, es emoción. Si suena el silbato, comienza la acción. Quédate conectado, sube el volumen, campeón. No olvides suscribirte
Tengo
para no
otro
perderte
juego para
ninguno de
streamear,
mis
mi
eventos. Si
gente,
eres fanático de
a
los
las
deportes,
9,
mi canal es el que
después de
debes seguir. Y recuerda avisarles a tus amigos. Juan sabelo todo deporte, llegó para quedarse. Busca Juan sabelo todo deporte en YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram o Facebook. En YouTube primero estamos creciendo, en Twitch encendiendo, seguimos subiendo. Cada jugada la estamos viviendo.
Bueno, mi gente,
Juan sabelo todo
tengo que hacer
transmitiendo.
una situación pronto.
La pasión la llevo conmigo.
Vayan por el juego.
El deporte corre en mi sonido. Desde soccer hasta basquetbol, con el fútbol bajo el sol. Wrestling.
Campbell in motion.
Scary with time. Is he gonna keep it? Is he gonna let it fly? He's gonna go for the sideline. Looks like he gets the first down, first team.
And he has been trying to keep the play alive. It looks like most of this game he's been trying to attack in the pass. At a certain moment, Brana, in this game, though, he's going to have to just decide that he's going to be a dual threat. That time on 3rd down, he can pick up the first with his legs, moves the ball for his offense, and equalizes what would have been, against most quarterbacks, enough pressure to stop him. That time, his sidearm, which is what I call it when he presses triangle in Call of Duty, goes to the sidearm. It's that speed, gets it there, 1st and 10. And it'll be timeout Animals. They're second. Leaves them 1 in the half. 3:48 left in this second quarter. Make sure you subscribe. You can also like, and if you want to comment, you can join. That's youtube.com/theA7FL, and you can join to get all of our nonstop action as soon as it comes out. I think it's called a notification bell for those uninitiated. 24-7 is the score in the second. Animals have really done whatever they want on offense except for convert those extra points after the touchdowns. They've had 4 drives. They have 4 scores. And although BIC is in good position here, they've struggled so far on offense, but they're not out of this one yet.
Sterry Condriton usually does a really good job of making it look easy to be QB for his team. He has a great arm, but hasn't really had a beautiful shot downfield yet. He usually has good vision in the red zone, but the Animals haven't let him get that close today. So we're going to see if he could build some momentum here.
And they decide to bring pressure. And the pressure will force the errant throw to GT on the crossing route. See, a lot of defenses are afraid to bring that extra man of pressure on Sterry Condriton, because if he escapes that pressure, you're left naked as a defense, and it's an easy 6 once he gets past it. Now, they are rushing far enough and with enough integrity. Doesn't look like he has an easy escape route. And at least on that 1st and 10, the extra pressure, it's NoLimit.pro. is saying that his fatigue is at 17.
He's not still tired, or is he tired?
I think he's still got 83% left in the tank. The no limit meter, replacing the Gatorade meter in 2K very soon.
Here's Sterry.
He's
got some options downfield, but that's not a good look.
Yeah, and he goes to Ashanti Worthy in double coverage, and you see BIC not used to being in this position. Kason Campbell is wide open
Super
underneath.
Frustrated, as he should be. He was the better option, looking for it. Obviously, you want to go to somebody like Ashanti Worthy. He's very reliable, but you see him in double coverage. You got to keep your vision open.
And that's the type of quarterback play that sometimes will happen when you have pressure. Wolverine is getting up in his face. And when he releases the ball, Kason Campbell is likely not as open as he looked at the end of the play. But when he's that open at the end of the play, you do have to ask yourself the question, did I choose right or 3rd and 10?
There's more pressure. There's some space. He's going to use it. He's going to try to get it.
And that's why, as everybody starts to doubt the quarterback from BIC for making the wrong decision there, he makes the right one. But the underrated play there, Cardell Wachter, number 52, seals that play with a great block, freeing up his quarterback for another 1st down run. And now Ashanti Worthy, ready, Sterry Condriton. But there's no limit to the amount of statistics we can give you with their performance wearables. NoLimit.pro for more. Seriously, visit NoLimit.pro to get why and how we get you these calculations. So that is the 2-minute warning. And with a pretty good drive so far, Sterry Condriton gutting it out to get to this point. And the score is still 24-7. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this drive and half. And we are back. 1st and goal. Ball on the 5-yard line. 4 guys in front of Sterry Condriton. And Jason Sisson in motion. He's got the speed. Does he have the edge?
BIC needs this.
And he fights for it. Touchdown.
Let's go, Trenton BIC. It's been a really slow start for them, but they're starting to chip away at that deficit that Silk City has created.
Hasn't looked as pretty as the Animals have made it look. Hasn't looked as easy, but they're sitting here 13-24 with a chance to put more on the board and tighten up this lead. Really, that's just the speed of Sisson and the fight at the end. Rob Long misses a tackle, and he's able to sneak it in. And so again, they'll go for a 1-pointer from the 5. That will make it, that will reduce the deficit to 10. Right now it's at 11. And you'll see Jason Sisson is in the back stack.
Throws it in, but
Codrington just completely whiffs on the throw to Shantae Worthy.
Nobody there to receive it. Again, this is something that BIC has had an issue with today. The miscommunication, and it's creating mistakes.
Well, Sterry's been off a little bit. He's going to have to get back on track. That's the guy he's going to have to be on target with. But this will bring up another 3-on-1 throw-off opportunity. BIC has the wind at their back. And if they can tackle the returner before the 20, they will have possession of the ball. 1:54 left in this half. And Kwani Morgan again back to return it. The problem was Matt Riddick on the last throw just didn't get enough on the throw to make it an opportunity. Let's see if he can get it deep enough here. And it will be a squibbler that makes it just as far, but
Here's
it's definitely
Morgan.
not a get back. Can Kwani take
Trying to
it?
take advantage.
He goes for the Jordan dunk over Baby Joker.
He's still happy
Did he
about
think
it.
he was going to continue to fly? Like, it almost looked like he
was
pressed the
trying to
button.
escape. He was trying to escape.
My man's in God mode in Minecraft, pressing the jump, thinking it'll take him with the elytra all the way to
Trying
the
to
end zone.
hurdle.
He
That was
gets
good
over to
form.
one man.
Great hurdle form. Got him a few extra yards on the play, so honestly, the effort was worth it.
The emphatic jump gives them good field position. And David Tender does not look phased.
Here's Tender all the time and the space, takes it himself, breaks a few tackles, then gets put down at the 55.
A nice consolation prize on the run. Quick 8 yards. And more importantly, the clock ticks. Now, the Animals are definitely going to look to score here, but what they don't want to do is give the ball back to BIC with any time left. So a smart play here, as quick as the Animals can score, and they can, to let the clock run even more down, because BIC, as they've shown, they can score in even less time than that. Tender again trips to the top of the screen. Plenty
Great
of time.
time management. And then
there's
dumps
Joker.
it off to his man.
And Joker, the veteran, gets out of bounds and is going to draw the extracurricular penalty.
Just got too excited.
And he does run out of bounds on his own, and the extra shove knocks him out, and the extra shove was done when he was already declared out of bounds. So the penalty should hold. As is with a BIC play, they are going to argue it.
They're going to try to
But
talk
they're
it
not
out.
going to get it this time.
They've had to go their way this game so far. They've been really in it with the refs.
And it's just the
Here's Tender again, dumping
composure
it
of
off.
Tender. That time the front side of the play is completely covered. So he checks it down to the tight end. That's Joker, longtime veteran in this league. And with a 15-yarder attached to that, it's not even 15 because it's half the distance. And it's just been this easy for the Animals already. Inside the 20,
Just
with
another
1:04 left on the clock.
mistake by BIC that cost them so big. Here's Silk City. Too smooth. Tender finds his man at the first.
That's Kyle Ward again in front of H3 Frazier. The ball's just thrown on time. There's nothing any corner can do. And it looks like it's going to be first and goal after the first down. And again, going out of bounds under 2 minutes, the clock stops. This is just textbook. I mean, that's literally how I made a career out of this thing for as long as I had. It's literally just that play. I can do that.
Steps right out.
But actually isn't a first. It'll bring up 2nd and 1.
It's high IQ showing off today.
Again, Kwani Morgan.
Getting
Is this
pulled.
his 4th? 1, 2, 3.
But they're going to count it.
Touchdown, Kwani.
Come on, the animals are just feeling themselves today. They got all their weapons firing.
And it's just been too easy on the ground. 4 touchdowns for Kwani Morgan, and they all look just as easy as this one.
Unstoppable. You see the defender tries to hook onto his jersey, but he pulls him down with him. Too strong. Come on, man. Who's going to get that touchdown anyways?
30-13. You're seeing that right, fans at home. Animals in control and looking to go for 2 from the 10.
Here's Tender.
Ball
Beautiful
up to
pass.
Kyle Ward.
Incredibly too easy.
Manny who? Ward has stepped in the shoes and become wide receiver 1 for the Animals today against one of his many former teams. And that lead is now 19 with 55 left in this first half. And if I told you, Brona, without seeing these teams, without seeing anything, who the defending champs were, you might be right to assume the team in black and silver.
They look real good.
They've been playing that quality football, at least today, at least so far.
Undefeated for a reason, right? They've had some big wins already, and they had that mercy rule enforced against the Heathens in their last game.
Well, to be fair, give the Phantoms credit, as Ashanti Worthy looks as ready as one can be, down 32-13. And give the Phantoms credit. They are definitely a for-real team, as they proved today, beating the Patterson U 31-25. But the Animals, this is really their first big game.
Yeah.
And they've come up big so far. Here's the throw off, and it will not go far enough. But Ashanti will still take it. Makes the first man miss.
There's Kyle Ward. Where's the hold?
He's got a hold of him. He's trying.
And then everybody on top of him.
Now, the ball did not travel far enough, but the ruling is that if you catch it, you can take it. And Ashanti almost did. Kyle Ward, again, saving a potential touchdown maybe with this fingertip tackle on the little undershirt.
Just gets the edge, pulls him, continues to pull, and then has his man help him bring him down.
But still 55 left, and BIC no stranger to scoring quickly. They go to the line quickly.
They're ready.
Sterry Codrington. One
Here's
timeout
Sterry.
left quickly
Pass
to
it
Jason
off.
Sisson.
Just Sisson can't get it to go. There's a flag.
But it looks like Nick Mays, the mean machine, was a little late on Sterry. And Will Franklin, rightfully, will get 15 to the BIC offense, and they will get closer, even on the incompletion. Nick Mays not happy. Sterry's trying to say, hey, man, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Not bad. I'm just trying to play quarterback out here, bro.
BIC looking real good, looking to...
Just for clarification, that is not how Sterry Codrington talks. He's
No.
not from California, and he does not surf.
He has a quick release.
Honestly, that play worked out as good as it could have.
Absolutely.
Moving the ball up on the penalty, not moving the clock on that incompletion.
Trying to get some redemption on all the penalties that they have absorbed today so far. Finally goes their way.
Touchdown from BIC on this drive can easily cut the deficit to a more manageable second half. But right now, 19 feels like a big lead, especially when you consider the Animals have really been able to do whatever they want on offense. 1st and 10. Codrington.
Slow and steady wins a race. Here's Sterry. Finds
Sisson.
10. Here's Sisson getting tackled from behind, but some good yardage gained on that play.
Now this is smart. If they can do this properly, the clock is running down to 35, but they still do keep their timeout, and they get to the line of scrimmage. Sterry leading the pack.
BIC not cracking under pressure. More pressure. Here's Sterry. Finds the big guy.
Almost want it to be an incompletion there, but we'll see what the penalty is. Might be roughing on Sterry again. Here's the previous completion to Sisson.
Sisson just really great in space, maneuvering around a few defenders out there.
And it looks like the penalty is against BIC. Only a 5-yarder. Looks like a false start. And the clock is moving. 20-19. BIC still has the timeout, but they have to work quickly.
Timing
down to 10.
Is against them. Can they get it off in time?
Got to go for the end zone here or get out of bounds quickly.
Sterry's finally taken for his own. Knocked out of bounds.
And he's inside the 5. This is a big play for BIC. They have a shot. And one last play likely.
Sterry Codgerting again talking with the refs. They've had a lot of conversations today.
And this is just what Sterry's going to need to do. Animals are going to look for a hold there. They're not going to get it. This is a big-time tackle coming all the way across the field. He's the only man that can make that play. Wolverine was not going to get there.
Absolutely. You've been wanting to see it from Sterry all day. When is he going to finally really take the lead and do it for himself and do it for his team?
On this drive, last drive before that, he's been doing enough. Whether it's on the ground or finding his receivers, but
got to do it all.
Here's the deal. As we check the scores from today, Renegades with their first win, Heathens no wins, even at home, 21-18. And the Phantoms with the big upset win against the Patterson U. But here's BIC down big, looking to close this deficit with one last play before the half.
Sterry Codrington with the shotgun option. Here he goes.
Here's quick pressure.
Time finds the end zone.
And that's Trey Cohen. Perfect throw. Perfect front flip.
That's perfect. 10 out of 10. He's hyped, as he should be. He's been working all day, looking for that touchdown option.
And it might not be the highlight throw you expect from an MVP quarterback, but with only this play to make and pressure in his face, makes the decision, gets the ball accurately to his man, and Cohen converts. And now we'll go once again to championship points, 32-19. This game's still far from being decided. And BIC will go for another 1 to cut this deficit to 12 from the 5. Sterry again.
Can they convert?
Got plenty of time.
So much time, a lot going on downfield. Too much distraction, can't make it happen.
And it's going to be holding on the defense, so that will replay the extra point, this time half the distance, so a 1-pointer from the 2.5. Now, a lot of teams might think that this is the time to get big and bring in the running backs, but sometimes an advantage for BIC, their speed and their acceleration in a situation like this. I don't know if they have the horses, but they do have a star, Hollywood, coming in. And we'll start with the ball at the quarterback spot. He's no stranger to the quarterback position, an all-state quarterback in high school. 2,000 yards rushing, 2,000 yards passing.
What can't he do? Showing up for his team in clutch time. He's going to take it for himself. Too much space and too easy for Ashante Worthy.
And
he said, this is not a rivalry. That's what he told me. He said, this is not a rivalry.
Well, at least it's a game. And that's the half. 32-20. And we'll take a quick break, but first, Ashante Worthy's ready. 100% according to No Limits wearable biometric shorts, delivering real-time performance data to help you train smarter and recover better. For more info, to learn about innovative biosensor technology, scan the QR code or visit nolimit.pro for more. That's a big-time half for the Animals, but they're going to need another 30 minutes on the clock to bring this one home. And BIC wants nothing more than to spoil that performance so far. 32-20, we will be back. So get your affairs in order. And a big-time matchup here in the A7FL. Midway through the 2026 season, the championship picture starting to become a little bit clearer. But at least today, looks a little chaotic. Which reminds me, the A7FL official hybrid fitness partner is Chaos Gladiator Hybrid Fitness Training. So if you want to get in shape, like Kwani Morgan and David Tender have looked today, scan the QR code now and get the app. For $15 a month, you get access to the workouts and a trainer. But also, you can win a free month of training. But if you want even more, A7FL's got you. Use the code A7FL at chaosgladiator.com for 13% off of performance gear and premium supplements. That's Chaos Gladiator Fitness.com. So the 3-on-1 throw-off to start this second half. After that big-time score, Ashante Worthy. Let's see what answer he has. Little bit of space, dips in and out, has the acceleration, but does he have the space? The Animals chase, and they'll get there, but not until BIC has the ball at the Animals 20. And down 12, they're gonna look to shorten that lead. A big half for David Tender and the Animals offense, but in a half that, as we see the replay here, in a phone booth, you can't get to him. The field was any wider. Ashante Worthy scores on that play. It looks like he stepped out of bounds at the 29-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Sterry Codrington. He's been gutting it out so far, missed some receivers, missed some open guys, but he's still been able to put up 20 against this Animals defense with SJ in the backfield. Here's the handoff. And Rob Long, known for his interceptions, has one today, makes the stop on SJ, but not after. Pretty good gain on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5. BIC 2-1 on the year. Only loss this season to the Patterson U, 35-31 in week 1. The Animals right now sitting at 3-0. And with a win, either team will take number 1 on the standings. Here's Codrington again, cornered. Let's go with the ball and just gets rid of it. Almost had 2 of his receivers, Kwak and Kason, but the pressure bearing down on him. Brona, rate your first half of A7FL football so far.
Rate the first half? Out of what?
Well, what are your first impressions, at least, from not only these teams, not only this game, but the league in general?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun.
No, really, no, it really is fun. You know, you don't get to see a league like this every single day, and this kind of play where you see guys just from all walks of life just really just enjoying the rawest kinds of football.
And with a throw there just off target from Sterry Codrington on 3rd and 5 after the great return from Ashante Worthy to start this half. We're right back in potential danger territory for BIC. One of the big things they're going to have to do, Brona, to stay in this game, because their defense just really doesn't have an answer for David Tender and Kwani Morgan, specifically Kwani Morgan, with already 4 touchdowns in the first half on the ground. They're going to have to keep pace, and right now, they want to put the pressure on the Animals offense by getting this score and cutting it to a 1-score game. But on 4th and 5, if they don't get this here, it's Animals ball, 1st and 10. Here's Sterry.
Got some time, finds a hole, dodges his man, looking, can't get it to go any further, but that's some really good yardage by Sterry. And like you were saying, Corey, like, when is that connection, especially between Sterry and Ashante, gonna start to pay off for BIC here?
Well, and at least just the threat on 4th and 5 gives Sterry enough space for him to weave his way in and out to get the first down. You see the pressure has really been relentless all game. If it wasn't for the elite ability from Sterry Codrington making a great tackler, Wolverine missing open field, pretty much making the whole defense look a little bit silly there. But when he struggles sometimes in the air, as you've mentioned, he's got to get on the same page with his wide receivers. It's really no problem when you can do things like that.
Yeah.
And
he knows
erase
how to
a
make
4th
up
down.
for it, for sure.
You erase the 4th down on the sticks, put a 1 and keep the ball. You're doing your job.
Still plenty of football left.
And one of the things I've been talking with Sterry Codrington about is the use of his wide receivers. You got to wonder when they go to the big wide receiver. He's right there next to Kenny in the burgundy, number 33. Blacknall, Saeed Blacknall from Penn State, but they're going to keep it with Kason and Ashante. Here, 1st and 10, threatening at the 13.
Here's Sterry. He's gonna do it for himself. Touchdown, BIC.
And they don't care how you do it, but when you do it, they give you 6. Another touchdown for BIC. And just like that, a dominant performance that seemed at times from the Animals is now only a 6-point lead. And that's how the A7FL will get you. If you fall asleep on this BIC team, they can score and score quickly. 26-32 with a chance to cut it under the 6-point threshold with this extra point. And Brona, that's why these extra points that the Animals have missed may come back to bite them. Looks like the BIC is going to go for the 1 from the 5. And if they're able to do so, they will cut this to a 5-point game. There'll be a delay of game on BIC, an unforced error. So they'll have to, it's a reverse of the last touchdown. Last time they got the half the distance to the goal 1.
Yep.
Now they get the rare, but you know, still happens, the 1-point conversion from the 10.
10 steps forward, 5 steps back. Still anybody's game.
And they will bring in Blacknall, Saeed Blacknall, bottom of your screen at the wide receiver. They put Jason Sisson in the back stack, so they'll have that dangerous option to give him some room to run. And this could cut it to 5.
You can tell Silk City trying to adjust here.
And there's Q Bell. The tight end is uncovered. And with the distractions all over the field, one of the leading reception and yardage leaders in the history of this game catches his first catch of this game and a big 1 point to cut the lead to 5. 32-27, BIC able to take advantage of the great return from Ashante Worthy. And they look like they're getting, well, they're recovered, at least from early on this game. And Kinetic Relief knows that recovery matters. Kinetic Relief delivers fast plant-based relief to keep you moving and has been pretty good so far for most of those elder BIC statesmen like we just saw in Q Bell. So scan the QR code now for a chance to win a free sample or visit kineticrelief.com for more. And they still have the chance at the get back. Kwani had crossed the 20 again, so no get back. But now they got to make the tackle. Oh, and a big one from the baby Joker right there. And Kwani Morgan on the ground and handing the headgear to his opponent.
He loves a good hurdle attempt.
Tender, 1st and 10. Unfazed by the BIC comeback so far. Back in the huddle with his weapons. Larry Wingo, Kwani Morgan, and Kyle Ward comes in. Kasim Perry out, Ward in.
Here's Tender, Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected.
That's funny, LJ once called me that. Here's the give to Kwani Morgan.
Morgan picking up a few.
And there is going to be a penalty flag, and that will be big. Kwani already has 4 touchdowns. He will come up a little lame. And the defense will be saddled with the penalty, but the loss on that play might be for the Animals. The guy with the most points in this game, Quanti Morgan, goes down. They go jet action, give to Morgan. I'm not sure what the penalty was. H3 Frazier's been diving down at ankles. Did he go for the wrap? Not sure. But either way, the ball will move all the way to the BIC 49, and Tender with the 1st and 10.
More.
A lot of conversation, still yelling, all things going.
He didn't have his shirt off.
Dwan, what are you doing?
I think they was yelling at him to take his warm-ups off. It's kind of chilly down there. It's really windy.
A couple years ago in the first ever Orb Bowl, Dwan, he won the Orb. This time he comes onto the field with a t-shirt, and Ken Stansberry might just have something to say about that. What a ridiculous way.
They are fired up. They're making too many mistakes.
Well, when you're down,
it's the little things now.
You can make mistakes,
yeah.
right? You can miss a tackle here and there. You know, maybe you get beaten coverage. But to walk onto the field and waste a timeout, which will come, I guarantee it comes into play later on this game.
Oh, my gosh.
Because you are wearing a light blue shirt instead of your jersey. Dwan, how dare you?
They're trying to stay warm down there.
1st and 10.
It's windy. The Seagulls are taking over. It's a lot going on. They're screaming.
And Tender is really relaxed.
Here's Tender in slow motion. It's like that's not the game. Pull it into the midfield. Can't get it to go.
You see maybe a hidden storyline of this game. We saw it in the beginning of the drive. Tender sent the out. That's the 3rd drop of the game. And then with the emergence of Kyle Ward, could be a storyline to talk about. You know, maybe Wednesday. On the side of the Ball Network, ASFL podcast. If you want to listen, Ron has been invited. We'll see if she accepts. I mean, that's a tough catch, but that's an accurate throw from Tender.
I'm a part of the club now, guys. I'm happy to be here.
Just look at the time. I mean, you're not going to beat the Animals. You're not going to beat David Tender. If he's able to just chill it.
Also, Harry gets a little push in the back also from his defender there.
Time again.
Again!
This time he misses. That time it's on Tender to
throw's
parry.
a little low.
And so just like that, 3rd and 10. Tender's not phased.
Never phased.
He's communicating with his receiver. The Seagulls are trying to make this an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Who's down there eating on the field?
Listen, they're
looking for snacks.
Those Seagulls have been known to look for turnovers. Now, they haven't officially gotten an interception yet.
They're trying to get in on the game.
But there is no limit, right? No limit performance wearables. There is no limit to how badly they want to be a part of this game.
Spread, handoff, quick.
It's Kyle Ward on 3rd down. Now, that tells me the Animals will likely go for it on 4th. They're looking to pick up a good chunk. They do get it there on the quick screen. It'll be 4th and 4. And Ole Bell got hit in somewhere that's going to force Trey Baskerville in. 9 minutes left in the 3rd. Animals relaxing on this drive, just taking it as it comes. The Seagulls, for whatever reason, still swirling. Still mad at Dwan for wearing his shirt. But this is a big 4th down for BIC and the Animals.
The pressure's coming, but he's not going to let it get to him. But he does.
Oh,
but he does.
Matt Riddick, again, at the cornerback position with his explosive speed, undercuts the route, tips it, almost gets the interception, but more importantly, forces the big turnover on downs. And for the first time all game, David Tender scratching his head because the Animals, this is the first time they're feeling any pressure and all of the momentum with Matt Riddick wearing Dwan's jersey. Maybe that's why he was wearing the wrong shirt.
Matt Riddick has been the key player for BIC. Corey, you've been
for
saying
both sides. He's either been the guy
day.
that the Animals have scored on, or he's been the guy that has made the plays when BIC has needed him. Right there, they did get it. They did need it.
Leading by
example. Codrington is only down by 5. A touchdown will take their first lead of the game. Here he is on the ground.
He's going. He's going. He's going. 30, 20, 10. What are you going to do about it? Touchdown, BIC. Don't sleep on them. It's a long game.
And again, the extra points the Animals have missed mean that with an equivalent score, now BIC has the lead. And just like that, we thought this game was dominated by the Animals early.
It was,
but
till
with
it
a
wasn't.
big-time drive at the end of the first half, a great opening drive, and mostly Sterry Codrington and his legs, BIC now has a 1-point lead.
Sterry kisses him
all
goodbye.
of the aura, momentum, and whatever other word you're using, they've got it. Sterry Codrington, his fatigue level has dropped from 17 to 13. Because when you have a great run like that, even though you're a little tired, you're re-energized. And it will be Ashante Worthy again in at quarterback on this championship extra point.
The tables were going to turn eventually, and now they're turning in favor of Trenton. Here's Ashante, a little fake.
What?
Little scramble. Drops it.
And there's GT, a big target, finds him. And the lead is 34-32. And BIC with their first lead of the game on the explosive big run from Sterry Codrington. But it really started with the defense. They get the 4th down stop. A big time stop. First time they did anything against the Animals offense. And now the Animals sideline is looking around for answers. Who's going to answer the call? Right now it's Kyle Ward. Back to return the 3-on-1. And here's Riddick on the throw.
Here's the throw. Siegel's in the way, but Ward's gonna try to get it to go around
Pass,
the 30,
baby Joker.
finds the sideline.
And Matt Riddick,
Out of bounds.
definitely fast enough against anybody in this league,
Matt Riddick.
including Kyle Ward. Yeah, Matt Riddick, once upon a time, we'd say about 2018, 2019, Brana, he was a wide receiver that, if you believe the statistics, and this is always a question, out of the Pennsylvania division, in an MVP season, he had something like 70 total touchdowns.
Insane.
Yeah.
I believe it.
That is an unconfirmed statistic,
I
but
feel
a
like
statistic nonetheless.
It's not an exaggeration. We
But
need
a
a stat on how many times we've said his name during this broadcast.
Well, it's
at this
definitely
point.
a confirmed statistic. In the championship last
Here's
year,
Tender.
had 3
Finds the man in
interceptions.
the middle. And he's going.
There's Joker
Joker.
for the elderly.
Come on. He got a little run going, and he said, wait, the end zone's really far.
Listen, got the first down, maintained possession, but there is a penalty flag far back. And it looks like Hulk or Haas for BIC and David Tender are having some words.
Back to the chatting today.
And I'm not sure if it's definitely a penalty on both teams, offsetting penalties. Now, if it's during the play, that might negate the actual play itself. If it was after the play, then the play would result in how it went. So as we talked about, Brana, we will have this discussion.
Yep.
We will consternate.
Everybody's involved.
The opening statements start. Jury selection begins.
I've never seen a group of refs be so open to this. Let the players come in. We want their
Well, listen,
opinion
Will
too.
Franklin
Come on.
knows what he's doing back there. And as big of a play, no one is more upset if this gets taken away than Joker. But
He
we'll
worked
see.
really hard for that.
Hey, bro, you don't have to chastise him. He's been a big-time player. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Joker.
I'm not
Shout-outs to
gonna pick
Joker.
sides here, but I just feel like
He definitely worked hard
he
for
worked
it.
hard.
And you can see
Look
the
at
work
him.
here.
Look at him. He tried to fight that off.
And those
got
are
brought down.
two guys a decade into this league, still fighting, still playing. And here's Tender.
Tender.
And here's Q Bell with a big hit on Larry Wingo.
Wingo.
I always say Trey Wingo on accident, and that is a mistake.
No.
That one will not make SportsCenter's top 10, but maybe for the hit from Q Bell, but a good completion from Tender. And the Animals still well within this game. They still have to keep the pedal to the metal on offense, but they are missing Quani Morgan, at least since it looked like he went out.
Pressure, drops
Joker
it off
again.
to Joker.
Skip!
The tight end is fighting. He's fighting through it.
And Joker has been a big-time performer in today's game. Gets a lot of that yardage they stole from him back.
Absolutely. That's what I was just about to say.
Isaiah
Redemption
Gonzalez,
for Joker.
the Animals starting, let's say, not normal, they're starting tight end. IG Live, he is out today. You can see him in the darker brownish, greenish, whatever color that is, hoodie. He's been making his verbal presence known, but it's been Joker's presence at tight end filling in for him, showing why he's been a decade vet in this league.
He's using that veteran status. Tender throwing out in space. Looks like there's some miscommunication on those routes.
Yeah, the pressure got to Tender, got to his arm. He wasn't able to finish the throwing motion, so not even sure who he was attempting to throw the ball to, but definitely a big play by the defense there to force the incompletion. Really, to me, if BIC wants to win this game, they're doing a great job, at least right now, getting back into this game from how far they were down at one point, down 18-0 to start this game. Very rarely in the A7FL do you want to start the game by spotting your opponent 3 touchdowns. But it's really going to be the pressure on Tender that will eventually decide this one for me.
Here's
Second and 10.
Finds man in the middle. Ward held up, choked up around the 42.
And when you make accurate throws like that, even with relatively quick pressure, you're going to be able to move the sticks. And Kyle Ward has already shown why he's so valuable. Just the in-route on Matt Riddick. As soon as he plants that foot and turns in, the ball is released, and Ward is going to make that catch 10 out of 10 times. 1st and 10.
Tender just showing off his arm today, showing off that accuracy. He's going to try it again. No good. Flag on the play.
And this time the Animals get their request answered. BIC, of course, is going to, they're going to make their claim.
The ref's he's gonna repeat himself. Holding. Well, all the players are trying to fight for their rep.
Well, the difference between a pass interference and a holding is A, it's only 5 yards and an automatic first down of holding, but B, it does not have to be a catchable pass for it to be defensive holding. And Larry Wingo showing the evidence. He's like, hey man, that guy got to cut his fingernails. You see the mark? Animals driving again this game, proving to be all that it was billed up to be. And we still have yet to find the conclusion. 4 minutes left in this third. Handoff to Ward.
Here's Ward breaking through a few tackles, stuffed up. Gains about 5 on that play.
And without Quani Morgan, who has been missing since he had the limp off the field, he already has the 4 touchdowns. I hope he can get back in this game. But if not Quani, maybe Kyle, who just gets the handoff. And the blocking is there for him to get big yardage.
And a block for himself, too, hitting the Heisman a little bit there.
And you see Q Bell, who's a wide receiver, not a linebacker. He's laughing. You know,
great move. Look
not
at
a lot
this.
of people know that the guy making this tackle here, that tackle attempt. Oh, here's Larry Wingo again. And Trey Basketball will clean up the play. Be close to a first down. We'll bring up about a 3rd and 1 for the Animals. But again, I was talking about this play. Q Bell, he gets stiff-armed. That is a man who has won an A7FL MVP. Do not throw slander on his name.
That was a serious
Ryan
stiff arm.
DePaul, what are we doing?
This is one of the best stiff arms I've seen in a while.
That's my guy, Q Bell. Come on.
Very technique.
And Brona, as you will quickly find out, this is my opportunity to say that the last time Q Bell had close to a 1,000-yard season, I was his quarterback.
Okay.
Here is the handoff.
We've got some alum in the building.
Still active, still active.
Oh, sorry.
See, I basically played on all of these teams. I've thrown to a lot of these guys. If they're
We got
if they got gray hair,
two-way contract.
listen, if they got gray hair, I've probably thrown them at least one pass, whether offense or they've intercepted me. So another good run from Kyle Ward. And that will bring up another first down for the Animals.
Animals just been so consistent in getting upfield. They've just been really patient with each other, just inching their way, not forcing it. Tender's just staying steady, staying smooth in the decisions that he's making, relying on his weapons. It's been working so far. Here he goes again. Got some options. Down the sideline, out of bounds.
Check down to Wingo. You know, one thing that David Tender makes sure he does is he keeps the offense on pace.
Yep.
Takes what the defense can give him. He runs when he needs to, passes when he needs to, makes a lot of great decisions. And when you have the talent level that he does with the ability to make the right play, it's why they're in this game and at least offensively dominant. 2nd and 1. A first down here will make it 1st and goal. But really, BIC just wants to keep them from being able to run easily with Kyle
Here's
Ward.
the handoff. That was a shotgun option right there. He's going to walk it right in. Touchdown, Silk City.
And
Another
Haas
thing.
makes the motion that everybody's feeling if you're a BIC fan, player. What is going on, BIC defense? Touchdown, Animals.
Animals taking the lead again. Again, I talked to David Tender just a few days ago. He said, we not ducking nothing. We want the win bad. We want to prove that we could beat anybody.
And they've proven at least today with, you know, at times, I'll be honest, in their 3-game winning streak, they're not playing the best opponents. They looked, to me, mediocre at times. A Renegades team that at that point was really, you know, not well built. They barely beat them. They play the Phantoms. We saw how good the Phantoms are, but in Kentucky, and it didn't look that great. And here's the extra point, which is where they have struggled. They need this, and they get that. Kasim Perry finally catches it. David Tender takes a big hit, but pops right back up.
Perry needed that.
And that, too, is huge because they will once again bring the lead to 6. 40-34. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And here's the extra point. The championship point, because the lead is only 4 at this point until the catch, which makes it, again, a touchdown game. Without those two, Brana, if BIC scores, they're again in the lead and then could potentially stretch the lead, which is why those points matter. That 2 keeps the lead at 6. And it'll be Jason Sisson. We saw the speed and acceleration on the last attempt. This time he's going to try to find that big enough seam to maybe explode through. And the refs are done with the talking.
Doesn't look like
this may
Silk
be
City is done talking yet, though.
And this might be big, because after the delay of game, not sure what the penalty is. And this ref, after giving Sterry Codrington the flag waved off, has been argued with every single time down this field.
Well, you set the tone. You let.
Yeah, man. Don't let them think they can argue it out of you.
Exactly.
There's Will Franklin to take control. Shout outs to Will Franklin. having a nice and jovial conversation with Brian Santisteban, number 74, the manager, owner, defensive, offensive lineman for the Animals. And what would a BIC game be without a little bit of extra talking?
Refs need to take control here.
David Tender, of course, having a good time, talking to his friends. He's completely unfazed, like he's playing a game that might decide the #1 seed for this division. And as we talk about it, we'll take another quick break. Well, if you missed the throw off, so did Jason Sisson. He only gets out to the 30. Great coverage from the Animals. Only a 5-yard return from Jason Sisson, which is a great job on that 3-on-1 coverage team. But after an onslaught to get back in this game and to take the lead for BIC, once again they are down 6. 55 left in the third. But Sterry Codrington, he's done enough to keep his team in this game. But like we said earlier, eventually he's going to have to find Ashante Worthy. Here he is on the jet.
Motion, he gets it on the go.
And that's Truth.
Not much to pick up there.
Truth sets the edge, Ashante Worthy can't get past him, so the 2-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 8. Kason Campbell, top of your screen. Double tight end, GT and K-Wack.
Here's Sterry, looking for the option downfield, finds him. Let's go, out of bounds.
And that zone defense that was working early for the Animals, right now it's been something that BIC's figured out. And with 3 quarters gone and 74 points total on the board, we still have an A7FL game to finish for you. Here's the throw from Sterry with pressure again in his face. Kason's way too wide open there.
BIC finally starting to find some weaknesses in the stifling defense that was keeping them really shut out this entire game, but now it's really anybody's opportunity. You see this wide open in space opportunity.
The zone was working early as a defensive strategy for the Animals, but Sterry Codrington, too much of a vet, too smart. He's been able to kind of figure out and diagnose it. And now this is a big sway in this game, because when teams have had the wind in their face, they have struggled. And once again, BIC, the wind is blowing in their face. So let's see if they can overcome the weather. But 1st and 10 after the big completion from Sterry.
Here's Sterry.
Quick
got a wide
pressure,
open Ashante,
ball's
but
down.
the pressure just too hot for Sterry Codrington.
And I'm not even sure who number 27 is, but on the last 2 plays, he gets instant pressure. And that time almost forces another turnover from Sterry Codrington, a 20-yard loss almost. Let's see, let's do the math real quick. 2, 5, 7, 10, 15-yard loss on the play.
Loses the ball, too. Very lucky that he was able to pick it up, bounce right back into his chest.
Wow. And that's 1st and 10, sitting pretty. And now 2nd and about.
The ball was just on his side.
We'll say long. We'll say.
He kind of dribbled the football there.
Well, he's lucky. It went right back into his grasp.
Very lucky.
2nd and 30.
Here, let's see if he can make it up. Can't. Number 21
he needed
to catch that.
Get that to Kason Campbell. He's wide open. If he gets that, that might even be a 1st down or more.
Campbell with a slick opportunity and just couldn't bring it in. That's going to hurt.
And that might be the wind again. You know, throwing into this wind in Asbury Park, I know firsthand, it's sometimes too much to overcome. You could see the American flag up there really blowing the air, the wind, the Asbury Park into the face of Sterry Codrington.
Coming straight off that water, too. It's chilly.
Now, BIC has the weapons, but on 3rd and 30, do they have the play call?
What's the option now?
And another unforced error.
They're going to call it.
We'll see who it's on. Ashante Worthy for sure moved, but if it was the defense moving first, Will Franklin telling the Animals to hang on.
Everybody's got to speak their case anytime a whistle is blown.
At least in this game.
They got the jury and the judge here.
False start offense and another 5 yards back for BIC, not making it easy on themselves.
The penalties just stacking up for BIC. It's literally been their kryptonite today.
And after one heck of a third quarter for BIC, they start this fourth, already 12:42 and ticking down. Down 6. They're going to need one heck of a third down call to get this 3rd and 35.
Whew. 3rd and 35.
But the Animals can't be too aggressive here because we've seen Sterry get it himself.
They're going to bring the pressure, of course.
There's Kason.
Here's Kason.
Makes
See
the
if he
first
can
man
make
miss,
it
and he's
up.
got some space, but just too much to ask for on 3rd and 35.
A bunch of black and silver jerseys. Not going to let him make up that 35. Not at all.
Well, he does manage to get about 22. And I don't think BIC goes for it here. They can really pin the Animals back, but they keep their offense on the field. It's 4th and 14. I don't think that this is the right move. The field position that you could potentially get from throwing the ball out of bounds and pinning the Animals down low. I mean, this is a decision that kind of shows me that the BIC has more confidence in their offense maybe than they do in their defense. 4th and 15.
Nothing to lose, it seems. Here they
K-Wax
go.
wide open, but he's not going to be able to get the yards after the catch he needs. And a turnover on downs for BIC, and the Animals, they feel like they're getting momentum back in this game.
Silk City, they knew what they had to do to stop a big conversion from BIC. They did exactly that. They pushed them all the way back. The penalty stacked up. And Silk City showing why they're undefeated.
Once upon a time, a perfect throw to K-Wack. Maybe he has the speed and the break tackle to get the first, but there, Animals stop him. So it'll be 1st and 10. Tender. Ward in the backfield. Perry on the bottom of the screen. Here's the handoff to Ward.
Here's Ward. Tries to get that stiff arm. Not much to go there.
And Isaac Negron, of the past 4 seasons, I think 3 of them, Negron has led the league in sacks, and that time he makes a big time tackle on Kyle Ward. Looked like he had a little bit of a hole to get through. And so far in this game, Brona, the Animals have been able to run the ball pretty much whenever they decided to.
Yep.
And at least on 1st down, they're going to look to try to keep that going here. But a big play from the stalwart defensive tackle to bring up 2nd and long.
Isaac Negron, that's him.
Yeah, you said it was Isaac Newton earlier. It's because he invented the sack.
I couldn't read my own handwriting.
He's
I'm so
a
sorry,
genius.
y'all. Here's Tender. Throws it. Finest man in the middle of the field. He's going. Breaks the tackle, falls down.
And Sire Hancock
so frustrated.
saves a touchdown potentially from Wingo. But the play is made from the composure of Tender, finding his receiver in the middle of the field, steps up in the pocket, delivers an accurate throw. And where BIC felt like they were going to take control of this game, the Animals have gotten right back on offense. Their offensive line dominating.
Corey, you said it, the
and their quarterback.
composure. Composure should be Tender's middle name at this point. See the trip up. A little frustrating, but still good advantage.
And they go speed option. Forces the pitch. And now Ward. He could go breaks the first tackle. A little bit of space. He's able to get back to the original line of scrimmage or a little bit further. Saved the big loss. It was Ole, Bell, and Haas. Number 16 almost making the play. But Ward able to keep his feet, runs across the field, and picks up 2 out of a potential nothing. But a good play from the BIC defense once again on the ground. Tender, right where he wants to be. 2nd and long, no big deal. I can throw it. He can also run it.
Real chill. Steps
see what
back,
he does here.
Steps forward, hands it off to his tight end again. Stuffed though at the line. Doesn't look like there's going to be a gain there.
Saves himself from the loss of yards on the sack, but only a completion back to the original line of scrimmage. That's Joker's, I think, 4th catch of the game. He's going to put that in the stat book.
Showing his veteran status that I'm still here. I'm a playmaker.
And why not, when you get beat on the block, just turn around and expect the ball? Tender's more than willing. But a good tackle in the open field forces the 3rd and long. The defenses so far in this 4th quarter have stepped up against these offenses that have been dominant. We'll see what Tender can do in 3rd.
Again, hot in the pocket.
And I'm not sure what the call is there. They're going to call a hold. And Kyle Ward will shake his hand after the call. Holding on Kason Campbell. It's a big-time call, an automatic 1st down. They don't get the big yardage, but they do get the 1st down. The sticks move, and the Animals will convert. Even on the rare time, Tender misses. See, you know there was some kind of penalty there when you do not see Kason Campbell argue the call. It certainly happened off camera there because we don't see it at the top of the route, but it probably happened at the bottom of the route. And holding, it doesn't matter when the ball is thrown, where the ball is thrown. It's an automatic 1st for David Tender and the Animals.
Let's
at the 30.
Take advantage of this opportunity again. Here's Tender stepping up, finding space.
And Cubrell playing the spy, and he can't make the tackle.
He's still going.
And
into
Tender
the end
will get it across
zone.
the goal line. Touchdown.
Animals, touchdown.
6-point lead is now 12.
No call, penalty, hold, it don't matter.
And the Animals,
Silk City.
not their biggest lead of the game, but maybe their most commanding.
Too smooth.
And it was Cubrell playing spy. They had the right defense called. They had a guy who should be good enough to stop Tender from making this play. But when Cubrell and David Tender are one-on-one in this spot, it's the youngster.
Another push-off.
And then it's 6 from there.
And then just 4 bright blue jerseys, unable to bring down David Tender.
Of all the great games that Tender has had in his career, I think none have been better than his performance today.
Incredible.
On the ground, in the air, and in his mind, making the right decision time after time. And that's why they have a 12-point lead with a big-time conversion coming up here. They're going to go for 1 point from the 5. Still a lot of time left in this game, 7:07. The wind looks like it has died down as we get into the early evening here in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I'm Corey Hammond, alongside Brana Marks in her inaugural A7FL broadcast, and we have really given her everything today.
Y'all
given her the
definitely
breaks.
have. I love it here. I love it here, guys. It's so fun. It's incredible. Such an just insane amount of talent through and through, all kinds of personalities, a lot of characters, never a boring down in this league.
We've given you the highs, we've given you the lows, we've given you the lulls even.
I even had to run up the stairs during halftime, guys. I got a workout in.
Reports say you saved a kid.
I did. Somebody on BIC was a witness. He saw me save the kid.
And now a 2-pointer from the 10 as BIC's defense trying to save them from a 14-point deficit. Tender with trips to the left of him in the bottom of our screen.
Tender definitely playing with a chip on his shoulder. He said he's 0-2 against this team. He's not trying to leave with that today.
And Riddick
can't
slots it away
convert
again.
it.
7:07, 46 Animals, 34 BIC. And David Tender exactly where he wants to be on this Sunday. We'll get ready for a 3-on-1 throw-off brought to you by No Limit Performance Wearables, biometric shorts delivering real-time performance data. Stop with the watch thing. It really only does your pulse. You can get biosensor technology to optimize your training with, that's right, performance apparel. So scan the QR code or go to nolimit.pro to learn more. Train smarter, recover better. Perform at your peak. No Limit Performance Wearables. And if there's a readiness counter, It's at 100 for Ashanti Worthy. But are the animals ready for what he can do on an untimed down and hypothetically erase that great drive in 6 points? The lead is 12. 7:07 left in this game.
Here's a throw. Here's Worthy, trying to make himself worthy of this cause, get his team up again, looking for a good field advantage, just being
and
brought
I don't
down.
know who that young man is in the 27 jersey, but he's made some big-time plays here in the fourth quarter. None bigger than the sack, but another big-time tackle on Ashanti Worthy on a 3-on-1 scoring opportunity for BIC.
Nasty work by the animals, nasty work.
So Sterry, he's had his triumphant moments, he's had his struggles, but for better or worse, the quarterback for BIC, the reigning MVP of this league, still has this game within striking distance. And with a big guy in bone in the backfield for protection, he has the weapons he needs of choice. Kason Campbell and Ashanti Worthy at the bottom of your screen. And here's first and 10.
Ashanti turns around, gets it, going for the sideline, being pulled down by his man.
Fights for
Steps
enough
out of bounds
to get to the 42. And just like that, BIC on the move, first and 10 again. And they'll quickly get up to the line. Nope, they go back in the huddle. Kason Campbell talking to the animals.
Wasting no time here, getting up the field on this possession.
Talking about current movies. Everybody's excited for Super Mario Galaxy. Star Fox is in it. Millennial nerds somewhere are really excited. My kids are excited. And so is Sterry Codrington on this first and 10.
Oop.
A little bit of jump from Nick Mays. He goes, wahoo!
That's definitely a jump on the animal side. Couldn't hide that one.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. No limit.pro. Sterry Codrington, 95% ready. Not sure what that 5% unreadiness is.
Looking for the touchdown. He'll be 100% when he's in the end zone.
He'll be 100% when he's at home and his team is 3-1.
That's true too. That's true too.
And they're still far from that. Down 12, 5:34 and counting. Pressure in his face. And he gets the ball away.
Just too fast.
The clock will not stop on incompletions until after the 2-minute warning. So BIC needs to operate with a little bit more tempo here. 5:18 back in the huddle. But 2nd and 5, really Sterry, Tender, two of the best players, best quarterbacks in this league. A classic battle that has got us to this point in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left, 12-point difference. But really for me, Brona, it's been the offensive lines.
Yeah.
And where we've seen Sterry uncharacteristically be under pressure, it's David Tender who's had all the time in the world when he needs it. And a big reason he's got 46 up on the board. 2nd and 5.
Here's Sterry pressure coming again.
And that time a little bit outside on the hook to Kason. Could have caught it.
Another incomplete.
But no matter who you blame it on there, it's still 3rd and 5. And what's been working for BIC really over everything else, when you break it down to its most core principles, it's spread the defense out and beat them with Sterry Codrington's legs. But you see the defense for the animals is really playing an extra man in the box to try to stop that from happening.
Yep.
And it's forcing BIC to be more of a passing offense than maybe they want to be. 3rd down, they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't get it here. But this is still a big down. And the pressure.
Again with the pressure. No time to make his thoughts convert into what could be a completion. He has the weapons. Sterry has the weapons. He hasn't even had a chance to spin around, scramble a little bit, and make it happen on his own. He did it earlier in the game, but right now it's clutch time. This is where they need you, Sterry, and he just can't seem to have enough time to make it happen.
And on 3rd down, incompletion. We're once again on 4th. Last time BIC had this situation, it was Sterry Codrington running for the first. Let's see what they do here with a must-convert 4th with only 3:13 left.
Is he going to lead by example?
There's quick pressure. Do we catch it? And they don't.
Almost
Knock down.
interception.
Animals. Wolverine. Weapon X. Logan. Whatever his name is. It's Ricardo Freeman. Call me McNulty. I just knocked him out. But that's a turnover on downs in the Animals with 3:03 left in this game.
Huge stop.
And a 12-point lead. They're going to take the ball. 1st and 10. Only 2 timeouts for BIC to stop it.
Woo.
They're going to have to stop them in 3 and out here.
Silk City has been operating on all cylinders.
The clock
Everybody
will tick.
coming correct today.
And BIC will have the 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. They're going to have to get a stop and 3 downs here if they want to win this game. The get back on the 3-on-1 keeps this game within reach.
Tender,
and it's
easy
Derek
handoff.
Covington, their quarterback, that's out there on defense trying to win this game for them.
Said if I can't do it one way, let me try a different way.
Now, there's no real worry to throw the ball before the 2-minute warning, because even on the incompletion, the clock would continue to run. And Tender, smart here, will bring it down all the way to the 2-minute warning, not letting BIC conserve that extra timeout.
Super technical decision making for the Animals today. It's really paid off for them.
So, this is the 2-minute warning. And if you want to be a part of this action, if you've got game, well, first, you got to bring a team to your city. And A7FL.com/owners, you can start that process. Where are you? Alaska, Hawaii. Heck, we could go overseas. Why not? Ryan DePaul would love that.
Global.
He would love the logistics of having a game in Wembley Stadium. So if you are from the UK, no, I'm just joking. Keep it to the United States. It's going to be a lot of airfare. But here's the deal. 2nd and 7. BIC needs to get stops and quick timeouts to get the ball back.
Tender with
but
the
first they got to tackle
handoff.
Kyle Ward.
Ward running out of bounds. Another
And
smart
that
move.
is a huge mistake from Kyle Ward. It might not cost them because it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Uh-oh.
But that saves a timeout for BIC. Holding on the Animals. And it'll be interesting because you almost, I don't know, this one's tough because you definitely benefit from losing the yardage and pushing them back. But then you get the play back, and it once again will be 2nd down, which means that the Animals will be able to run those next 2 plays. Now, you keep the timeout. Ball went out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd and extremely long. Now, BIC is kind of feeling like they're potentially back in this game, but they still need to make a stop. 2nd and 17, David Tender's laughing, but, you know, he's not in that great of a position. Maybe not as good as 3rd and 5. But whenever the Animals have needed a play, it's either been David Tender calling the play for Kwani Morgan. No. Oh, Olay, does he make the play in the backfield? And a quick timeout.
Looks like a loss of yards also.
We'll bring up 3rd and extremely long. Now, if the Animals really want to win this game, in my opinion, they got to swallow their pride, because I know they want to call a pass here to try to convert it and win it. But the worst thing that can happen is an interception in this part of the field that could be brought back for a touchdown. Now, the timeout situation is kind of done. Even with 1 timeout, if the Animals ever get possession back or get the 1st down here, it's game over. But with the get back rule, a score from BIC gives them, albeit throwing into the wind, a very little slim chance, but a chance nonetheless to come back in this game. But if you're David Tender and the Animals, the last thing you want to do is give BIC the opportunity, or the lurking Matt Riddick, number 3, an opportunity to put 6 on the board without an offensive possession.
Matt Riddick has made some extremely important plays for BIC today, so you don't really want to go against him.
Not if you don't have to, but based on the lineup, it does not look like they're going to run the ball. David Tender will throw it potentially. And the ball's in the air.
Not gonna complete
And
it.
incomplete, so the clock will stop. They'll be able to keep that timeout in BIC. And it'll be 4th down. Now, this will be the first time a team, I mean, unless they're crazy, this will be the first time a team will throw the ball off on a 3-on-1 in the punt situation. Again, there's no soccer players here, so you won't see anybody kick it. But the 3-on-1 team can throw the ball off like a punt to BIC. Now, the rule difference is on this type of play. They can throw the ball out of bounds. And with the wind at his back, here's Tender. And he will throw the ball out of bounds. A good play. And BIC will start in better and better field position as we go. 41. 1:45 left, down 12. 2-score game regardless, so they're going to have to get the get back. But at least now, BIC's offense needs to put up quick points.
They've been under pressure a lot this entire game. Now under 2 minutes, how are they going to react? They were definitely really good. Maybe at the end of that second, I believe they were under pressure and they were actually able to put down a few touchdowns, really get closer to the animals. But now everything matters.
Yeah, and these last couple of plays, the last ditch effort for BIC, they're staring at a 500 season in the face. Last year going completely unscathed, undefeated the entire way. A couple of close calls, but still undefeated. This could be their second loss already.
Here's Sterry.
In 4 weeks. And they fight to keep Kason in bounds. That's number 27 again. Young man, DM me, what's your name? Because it doesn't matter, it's a big time play again.
Number 27.
For 2-7.
Silent killer today.
And it keeps the clock running. Right back to the line of scrimmage, BIC, Sterry Codrington. And the pressure again quickly in his face.
Finds
That's Cohen.
Cohen.
Out of bounds.
Makes the clock stop.
1:06. Now they got to score. I mean, really how they score matters. But they got to score. And the quicker they score, the better they'll have if they even do get that opportunity at a get back. Sterry 1st and 10.
Sterry looking for his man.
Checks it down again to Cohen. Can't catch it. Might even be better that's an incompletion there because they won't lose the time on the clock. But Sterry, going this direction of the field, has really been a different quarterback. Of course, it's been the pressure in his face. Animals have done an amazing job defensively. Nick Mays and co. Big plays all around. Rob Long with the interception. Wolverine on 4th down just made that play. On the last drive, 2nd and 10 here.
I'm going to try it again. Looking for at least a 1st down.
Checks it down again to Ashante Worthy. Fights for yardage.
Fighting it off.
That's Divine Epps on the tackle.
Still a good pickup. Going to make it 2nd and short.
Clock continues to tick, 40 seconds left. BIC snaps it.
Something's going on.
The whistle is blown. Will Franklin calls it dead. Clock stops at 40 left in the 4th. And they'll move it back again. Illegal procedure. The offense was not set. See at the bottom of the screen, off camera, Sterry Codrington talking to his number 1 target in Ashante Worthy.
Trying to get it done fast, but getting the penalty.
Game's still not yet over, but as we talk about the last couple of seconds, if the Animals are able to hold this out, they will take sole possession of the number 1 seed as Campbell keeps his feet.
Here's Campbell.
Makes the juke.
Looking to make something happen
forward.
down the sideline, looking into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Trenton BIC.
And as I was just about to say, the win conditions, if the Animals hold on, BIC closes that gap just a touch. Kason Campbell puts 6 on the board, 40-46. The extra point will matter. Because if BIC does get a get back, and they do score, the points here are huge. Okay, son, you see him.
Is he tired, or is this a part of the celebration?
He's tired. It's part of the celebration. I don't know. It's all of the above.
It's all of the above. Just making sure he's okay. We had an injury earlier, okay?
It just shows you.
No, too many jokey jokes.
The juke move here, Trey Cohen.
Incredible footwork.
Makes a tackle for the block. Who cares? No one's going to call it. Pulls the hezzy here on Kyle Ward. And that reach into the end zone might have hurt him. He's limping to the sideline. And with 14 seconds left, this will matter here. A 1-point conversion if they get it.
Continuing the legacy of this rivalry. Always a close game between these two teams. Always high scoring, a lot of effort.
Now, they do miss it, so a touchdown if they do get the get back, which again is a big if. The wind is not blowing as hard, but they struggled to throw it the requisite yardage before with Matt Riddick. But now the only way for BIC to win is to make a tackle on this 3-on-1 before the 20. 4640. Subscribe, join, comment, notification bell. Do all the things to help out the A7FL for free. Or you can go to youtube.com/the-A7FL to join and never miss any of the hard-hitting, big-time, no-pads action. Last chance for BIC to lose their second game of the 2026 season. A defensive run of their championship last year in Jackson, New Jersey. Matt Riddick knows he's got to put everything he's got into this one.
He's done it all for his team so far.
And he'll get as much as he can, but it won't even reach the requisite 25. And that's a wrap. Because he's going to start at the 25 with the ball in hand.
They're going to talk it out, though.
And unless Kyle
They're definitely
Ward
gonna
runs
talk it out.
backwards, of course. Brawna knows how this goes.
I've learned very quickly.
But here's the deal. The way this ruling is he'll get the running start from the 25 if he chooses to. Now, if he runs backwards and out of bounds, BIC can get the ball back. Otherwise, they can't. And yeah, I mean, we all saw it.
They're
Thank you, Ryan,
song
for the replay,
already,
just to
though.
remind us. But in case anyone was wondering, that's all she wrote. And big upset Sunday, at least so far today. Started with the Phantoms over the #1 seed U, and with that loss, the Animals win. Gives them sole possession of #1 seed in the Eastern Conference for a great game of football, a great day of football. And for myself, Corey Hammond, Brawna Marks, and our booth, this has been the A7FL Week 4 Game of the Week. And if you want to be part of this league, go to a7fl.com/owners. Next week, we'll have more action for you as we wrap this one up. BIC 40, Silk City Animals 46. And David Tender, he made good on that promise. Silk City's for real, ladies and gentlemen. What does the rest of the league have to say to that? We'll find out next week on Games of the Week. We'll see you then.